But this episode is about 007 First Light. We've all completed the game. We've all played a little bit of, at least a little, if not more, of TAC-SIM, depending on who you ask. Or all. Depending on who you ask. Yeah. So I literally have a checklist of things that I want to talk about.
I do have some notes.
I don't make notes because they both cover everything.
That's fair. Yeah, Rob is like super in depth, like crazy in depth. He's a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo?
He's a weirdo.
Bruh. Okay, so do you want me... I feel like story should be one of the last things that we hit.
Yeah, probably.
Because I feel like story will probably take up a big chunk of time.
Yeah.
Should I just go into my kind of summary? It's like a super quick summary of my thoughts.
Sure.
Like an overall summary.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I basically said that this game's amazing at making you feel like James Bond.
Facts.
But the one problem is that just like James Bond, you have to suffer through so much yapping. The only difference is when you're watching a 007 movie. The movie's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so the yapping...
4 eye rolls.
Well, when you watch a 007 movie, it's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours and a half at maximum, something like that. So the yapping is at a minimum, because they kind of have to get to the point, so they can wrap things up. You know, get to the next scene and continue the storyline. Mm. In this game, I put that you have to deal with so much yapping because there's car sections where they literally give you the ability to drive cars, but then like when you're going into that pirate level in the sand area, the desert, you're literally driving like a Jeep through the sand desert and nothing happens. Nothing happens. They give the player control only to drive to a certain point to where you just get out of the car. And the entire time that you're driving, what's his name, Greenway, he's in the passenger seat just yapping the whole time.
You just hate story.
Literally.
No, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
He's a hater. He's a hater.
So yeah, there's car sections where there's yapping. There's hacking characters.
It's not yapping. It's story.
There's points.
It's story.
Well, there's points where you're hacking a character's phone and following them around, and you just hear them yapping to a bunch of people. There's points where there's a lot.
I mean,
that's called espionage.
I don't even know what to say right now.
And there is a ton.
I am disappointed.
A ton of points where they're like, just hide it, blend in over here, and just listen to these other two characters talk so that you get intel on something you can do.
Because you know why he doesn't care about any of this? Because he
hates
likes to run
stuff.
through the game as fast as he
Facts.
can.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't do side missions.
Facts.
He doesn't do extras.
Facts.
No bonus. Mm-mm.
Facts. Yeah, you know how they released Wiz Khalifa as a new target in Hitman?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the first time he did it, he just ran up to him and fucking shot him in the head and ran away.
Done.
And he's done.
Like,
he didn't
bruh,
do any social stuff. He just said, I'm jumping in, killing him, and leaving.
I got the Wiz Khalifa outfit, guys.
He got that TikTok brain rot when it comes to these games.
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail. Oh!
Yeah.
And then Wiz Khalifa's outfit next to me. No, I actually do like... I've been playing Hitman purposefully because I was like, this was IOI's last game. And I loved the game, but I did kind of play the story and was sort of done with it at the time. Mm. Not because I had any real issues with it. I think other things were releasing. And I just never ended up going back to it. But this made me want to go back to it, and I've been having a lot more fun going slow and being methodical, way more than I did in 007.
Why do you think he's doing that, though? Because we get on him all the time. We're like, what are you doing?
Okay, in 007...
Will you slow down and take it in?
Yep.
In 007, they don't let you take out a weapon and just start firing.
It's not... a completely open world like Hitman.
Yeah,
that's
not.
true.
It's not a complete one-to-one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
maybe,
but I'm saying
maybe
it's supposed
someday
to be more of an
it will.
action
I don't
adventure.
know.
But
I
saying
personally
that...
love that mechanic because it immerses me more into the secret agent vibe of like you literally are not allowed to kill people until they have pulled a gun on you. And I'm like, this feels like I'm literally working.
Hold on. There's one section. Hold on. There's one section too where you can't pull your gun out unless they pull their guns out. They don't have to shoot or kill you, but they have to have their guns pulled out, then you're allowed. And then you're allowed to pull your gun out.
That's what I'm saying. No, you have to have a. They are signifying they are going to shoot you to actually be allowed to shoot.
Because there's a point in the game
where if they find you,
if they find that you're doing things, there's like a mechanic in 007 where they will go from searching for you, and trying to like attempt to fight you or arrest you or whatever. And then go and, screw this, and they pull out guns, and then you get license to kill. Because, like, they're ready to kill you, so you can kill them.
Yeah.
I think all of that's awesome.
You're mad because you can't run around with it in your hand all the time.
No, I'm saying that shit's awesome, but I think that playing Hitman, for me, and what I like to immerse myself in, is more fun.
Yeah,
because in Hitman,
freedom.
I have more player choice, more freedom.
Yeah.
Do I want to be the hitman that's like scorched earth and just kill everybody, or do I want to be the hitman that's
literally
that's like
no one alive in the city,
knocking out like a, or do I want to be a hitman?
I have not left anyone alive on the whole map.
I've literally started
I love to roleplay like I'm one of those like insanely like evil murderous hitmen that's just like I will leave no witnesses. I will literally kill everyone.
Even if they didn't witness
even if they didn't see me, they're gone. I will leave no traces.
I mean, how many people have done the bathroom thing where you go into a hitman mission, spray your machine gun, all the guards on the map are chasing you, and you just go into a bathroom, and then as they come in, you shoot them, and then there's just a mountain of guard piles in the bathroom. Like, so many people have done that.
The other guards start coming in, and they see
it has to be a good bathroom, though. If you can get into a bad bathroom and get killed.
Yeah, there are some.
I just imagine, like, the other guards, like, walk into the room, and you literally have so many bodies. You have a throne of bodies, and you're sitting on it, and you're like, another body to add to the pile.
Well,
the guard's just like...
It's a never-ending pile of ammo, though.
Yeah. I guess I was just trying to say that, like, the freedom in Hitman, I think, is more fun.
Yeah.
I think both are immersive because, I mean, if you're a hitman, you would have the freedom to kind of go at your target in whichever way you want.
Yeah.
But also, if you're 007, you don't have that freedom. You have to listen to MI6 rules and try and keep MI6. Was it MI6, the agency? Yeah. You have to keep MI6 and what they're up to secret to the world. So it would be insane if you went in there and went scorched earth. You'd be like, everyone's gonna know what MI6 is doing. Stop.
But I do love that you kind of can't know. Like, when they allow you to pull out your gun, you can go scorched earth.
Well, yeah. There's points in the game,
not only that, but there's points where there's a challenge in a level where they'll have a challenge that says eliminate every guard in this area. So they literally actually give you a reward for doing that.
I think what's funny about that is doesn't that mean that you go into the mission being like, I'm going to kill everyone.
Pretty much.
So, but you're like, but I need to get a license to kill first. So then you fuck with them enough that you get a license to kill, and you're like, now I can kill everyone.
Oh, usually, if I remember, the killing everyone, like shooting everyone or killing everyone or whatever. Yeah. I think it's usually just killing everyone, so you don't technically need a license to kill. You just have to kill everyone. Like, you can brawl them to death, you can throw them into electricity.
Yeah, but in my experience in 007, if I take down like 3 or 4 guys, melee combat, and then other guys are around, they start going, he's taking us all down, so they just start pulling out guns.
Oh, yeah. And then at that point, it makes your job easier.
So, But the immersive factor of 007 in that aspect, perfect, amazing. Yeah. For me personally, as a player that just really loves freedom of choice, Hitman's a lot better.
Yeah. But I think
in my opinion.
I think, to be fair, though, that even though it is more restrictive in terms of how you approach an objective and stuff, I think that it gives you a lot of that freedom of choice when it comes to the combat. The combat is cinema.
I do really like the hand-to-hand combat a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
there's
way better than the fucking QTEs in Hitman.
Well, no, and there's
press W,
literally.
boom, and then you're like,
right
dude,
before
just clicks the melee button.
I don't like that. I like to just be able to spam whatever I want.
I hate that.
And it's so cool because the melee combat actually has like this system where like if you get good at it, you can actually like kind of combo enemies.
Yeah.
I've gotten good at that gut punch, and you can literally do that. Do a gut punch, and then if you're close to a wall, you can grab them, slam it in the wall, and then you can start hitting them again. And most of the time, they're too stunned to do anything. So you just comboed them right into another melee attack. And I'm like, oh, this is so satisfying. This is cinema.
I love that you can like grab someone and run with them.
Yeah.
I love that you can grab someone and throw them into another person.
Okay,
and
one
both
of my favorite moves, and I do it as often as if I see a chance, I'm taking it. One of my I think probably my top most favorite move.
Yeah.
Which every opportunity I can find to do it, I do it. And it's when you run at someone who's standing on a ledge, grab them, and go over the ledge with them, and like you land on top of them, so
I've never done that.
Make sure you don't hurt.
What the
Bro, you didn't know you could do that?
That's
it's so satisfying.
Gosh!
Yeah, if there's ground below the edge, you can literally take them down and you'll go down with holding them onto the ground, and it knocks them out immediately.
That is sick.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You start to realize the combat is so expansive.
Oh, and
you can shoot people's hands and it makes them throw their gun up.
Yeah.
So that completely disarms them. You can shoot them in the leg and then they'll like fall to their knees. And then
I love that when you run out of ammo, you can throw your gun at their head.
Also this is what I'm saying. The freedom of choice comes into combat. There's so many different choices.
That's what I was about to say, is Hitman has better freedom of choice in terms of just you're walking around and can kind of do whatever.
Yep.
But 007 has immensely better combat.
Insane.
Hand-to-hand combat, throwing your weapons, things like that. Because Hitman, if you start actual combat, you just like hit someone and then it kind of slow-mo's and it goes, now press that key. And then you punch them again. Now press this key. And it's like, that's so boring compared to what 007 offers.
100%.
I would love the next Hitman to have that hand-to-hand combat on top of the freedom of choice.
Now that they've done it in 007, they might do it and hit the next Hitman.
Please.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. What was it? Was it like, what was it? Everything I love, praise.
Everything that I adore, praise the Lord.
Everything that I adore, praise the Lord. That's what it is.
Damn, bro.
Bennyways.
Shows Benny from New Vegas shooting you.
I don't know, Izzy.
I think what makes the combat like so much, also adds to making it so much fun, is the dynamicness of the environment as well. Like, almost every time that I grab someone and I slam them into something, if it's like a wall with like maybe something next to the wall, that shit's like bouncing, stuff's falling off it, you know. Like, physics will happen.
And I like
it immerses
taking their
you so
head
much more.
and pounding their head into the wall.
Yep.
That's fun.
That's what I'm saying. I fucking love getting. I think it's you can do like a counter, and then you can throw them into a wall, and then they'll kind of lean on the wall, and then you can slam their head into it. I love to go up to them, slam their head into the wall, grab them, slam them into the wall again, and then start melee comboing them. It's so satisfying.
I like
it's like head trauma, boom, head trauma, boom.
Also, just like glass bottles and bricks and stuff laying around on counters and things. You're just like tossing them at them and stuff.
Facts.
Like quick throwing.
Facts.
It's literally so good. That is the highlight, I think, for me of the game, other than the story, which we will get to.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of it, is because of all the dynamism and the
gunplay,
improvisational aspect of the combat and all that stuff. I think that's why it's so perfect for a Bond game. And also for an action game in general, I've not seen combat as good in this game as many others with a shooter. Like, this is insanely good combat. Yeah. And I think it's because of that aspect of, like, once you're really in the thick of it, especially in some of the harder melee combat scenarios, like when they throw you up against the guys that go, and then try and, like, grab you.
Yeah.
Those guys are fucking hard and, like, beefy. And it's like you start to really feel like you're a Bond and you're like facing up against like this foe. And this is like one of these cool action scenes that you've seen in a Bond movie come to life.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I love like throwing objects, for example. My favorite thing about those is that I don't know why, but every time I do it after I get thrown near one or something or like punched near one, I'm like, oh, that really felt like just that would happen in an actual action scene. Like, I got pushed back near an item and then I, lean back and throw it at them.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, cinema.
Yeah.
I was going to continue with the yapping. So with the yapping, there's also Q's lab, Moneypenny's office, M's office, and then following characters around during missions. But the only part that I made an exception for of just following a character through a mission was the same desert mission I talked about with Greenway.
Yeah.
Because not the driving part, I thought that part was a little pointless, but when you get out of the car... No, Listen. For it to be gameplay, I thought it was pointless. It could have just been a cinematic.
It's part of the gameplay
of us driving to the destination. No. But when you get out of the car and you have to follow him through the place, and you're literally looking around, and you see pirates like hanging out above you and all around you, and Greenway's telling you how dangerous they are. I was like, this is one of the few points in the game. They did following a character while they yap really well because it's making me more hyped for this mission. He's telling me how dangerous these guys are that we're going up against while we're walking and yapping.
I'll tell you what the driving sections reminded me of, which is Uncharted 4. Which Uncharted 4 had that exact same thing where there would be sections where you would be in a car, especially when they went to Africa and they were in like a Jeep. That's especially why it reminds me of it, because you literally are in like a... I don't know exactly where, but it seems kind of African-esque, and you also are in a Jeep, so it very much reminds me of
the Pirate
Uncharted 4. Right? Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Uncharted 4, and I genuinely love those sections because it's this nice like moment where not only do you get a breather from the combat, and you also get to enjoy a nice, cool little drive where it looks like a scenic view and shit. Which I think is nice. Like, I think the view from that drive alone was, like, really nice in 007. Uncharted 4 as well, but Uncharted 4 in general is a freaking beautiful game. So, that doesn't even need to be said. 007 is too, but anyways.
It's cool because it reminds you of Uncharted.
What I was saying is that no. I was saying that it reminds me of it, and that the reason I think these sections work is for me is because it gives you a breather in between the action. It also during that breather gives you a chance to get closer to the characters and care about them more. And it also usually has some story elements, like it's explaining or exploring certain story things.
I agree.
Like, I'm pretty sure if I remember, Greenway was debriefing you about the pirates or something like that while you were driving there or something. I could be wrong, but I don't remember.
I think he was debriefing you about Bombfa a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
But like I thought it was a lot more interesting.
They also talked a lot about 009.
Yeah.
Which was like a huge story.
Yeah, that mission was about 009 a lot because you were going there to just thinking he was there.
Yeah.
So, I just didn't really find the parts that really... I would say that driving parts didn't bother me that much because they were pretty short. Mm-hmm. But it still was yapping that added to the overall gameplay time of, like, I'm kind of just playing a game and hearing a character yap.
Yeah, but you get to enjoy like.
It's not just hearing a character. Yeah,
it is.
You are getting story.
It's story, and not only is it story, but you also get to enjoy this really nice scenic view. Both of the parts are scenic views. The other one where you're driving a sports car up to that one place, that is a beautiful view. Like, it's really pretty.
I like the chase.
And not
driving
that,
up to it, I was like,
the
could have
chase
been a
is
cinematic.
epic, which is another thing. That's another thing, Rob. For that part especially, it's actually good that they did that because they introduce it with you normally driving it, and then they later get to, like, you know, let you drive down it as you chase the guy. So it's kind of like they introduced what you will be racing on later.
Okay, let me tell you let me tell you with the car sections where nothing's really happening and you're kind of just driving in a scenic place and they're yapping.
And it's divvying it up from just walking.
Stop saying the yap.
Let me tell you why I have an issue with those car parts. I actually don't have an issue with the fact that they're yapping in those car parts. Because it does.
By the way, this is a God of War fan.
Because it does add more story. I was gonna say my real issue with the car parts are not that they're talking, because it does give more story. My real issue is when I go to replay these missions, I don't want to have to, like, if I go back to replay the whole story, I don't want to have to drive all the way up to the villa, drive all the way over to like the broken down boat in the desert and stuff like that.
You said to replay the sections?
Yeah, instead I would rather it be a cinematic. I could just press a button and it skips.
I'll say this. If you want to play the entire story without skipping anything, and like you want to listen to all the story and stuff again, then I understand that. But at the same time, not entirely, because that is story. So why would you want to skip it if you want to experience?
Because
the story?
it's just hitting.
They're yapping.
No, because it's my just point, hitting Rob, W and moving the camera.
No,
which
because
I don't find fun.
No, but Rob, my point is that that's story, and so if you want to replay it but don't care about the story and want to skip story, you can literally just play in the sections of the chapter.
Right,
you can
start
click
the level
select
without,
chapter and then
yes, I understand
boring,
that.
Boring though.
But I'm saying if you want to play the entire story and get all of the information again, I find that gameplay I find boring. To me, it's the same as like everyone who played Black Flag. One of their biggest problems with Black Flag was
I didn't play Black Flag.
Assassin's Creed 4.
I didn't play it.
One of the biggest problems.
That was the pirate one, right?
Yeah. Most people, their biggest problem with that game.
She missed out on the best one.
I didn't think it looked good.
The internet's gonna be like, whoa!
Most people, there's a hot take.
That's like what? Yeah, that's like the internet's one of the internet's most favorite Assassin's Creeds.
My most favorite twins are the very, very first few.
Hey, the internet won't be mad at that. They'll probably be like, yes, the first ones were the best. Yeah.
Ezio. Whatever.
Now they're gonna call you. Now they're gonna call Mom a LARPer.
What's a LARPer?
Oh,
someone that acts like they're a fan of something, but they're really not.
Oh no, they know I'm a fan. They know.
She is.
It's one of my most favorite games. That right alongside Halo.
She also
the first ones.
Her memory is also not always the best, so that's probably why she didn't say the name immediately correctly.
It was only one letter off.
No.
Yeah.
That's
because you said
Enzio. That's decent. Enzio is still a cool name too.
That's facts.
But anyway, I was saying, you want to replay 007.
Hi, baby.
Get everything, all of the information, all the dialogue. I just don't find it fun to be like, I'm driving up the villa, and I'm just holding the W key, moving my camera to turn left and right, and that's it. Like, to me, that's not interesting gameplay.
Yeah.
So I'd rather it be a cinematic that I can just like not touch any buttons and just sit there and watch. And kind of be like a breather between the gameplay sections.
So you wouldn't mind if it was the exact same thing, like same camera angle, same
you just don't
driving
have to press
position,
W.
you just don't have to press W.
Sure. Yeah, I don't mind if...
Wow.
I don't mind
How does that make sense?
No,
does that make sense?
No, dude. Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's so hard
Grand Theft
to
Auto
push
5.
the W.
There's points in Grand Theft Auto 5 where they're literally like, do you want to press this button? And the car will auto-drive to the destination while a character's in the passenger seat just talking to you.
You what? So he
So
doesn't
Rob's
like
telling
having
you
to.
just
He
want
doesn't
to
like
drive
having
it
to use his
itself.
finger to press W.
I was gonna say,
and he doesn't
telling
like
me,
that yapping.
So you're telling me
Well,
you
to be
want
fair-
you want it to be like that, I'm assuming, so you can scroll TikTok.
People are gonna call you a LARPer.
No. Also, I don't have.
Am I right?
I don't even have TikTok.
People are going to call him a LARPer.
Facts.
Doesn't like story.
No,
doesn't like
I
pressing
like-
the W with his little tiny finger to make
They're
the
gonna be like,
cry.
man, this motherfucker nitpicky, bro.
No, dude,
Yeah.
I like having a break when they're just talking story.
That's
and-
a break when you
they're-
just have to
when
press
they are
W.
talking story or talking debriefing. Not only do I like a break from pressing any buttons at all, but it also makes me focus on what they're saying better if I don't have to press any buttons.
Bruh.
So then I get more immersed in the story and what they're saying.
You can't
Now, I
get
will
immersed.
say-
Wait, you can't get immersed because you have to press W.
Well, I'm also trying to immerse myself and be like, don't hit the wall because that'll be too funny. And then I'm like,
So the game will let you steer.
Oh, I hit the wall.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
So the game will let you steer and hit things?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I thought that it would
You
keep
thought it
you
would
on the
keep you on
path.
the road.
I didn't try to
no,
steer and
no,
hit
there
things.
was.
I
I
don't
think
think
that
so.
there were some portions like when he was on the phone with Moneypenny and he was driving through a street with other cars around him.
Yeah.
You couldn't run into the other cars.
Oh,
the game
okay.
would stop you and be like, "What are you doing? Stop doing that."
Don't crash, dumbass.
It would like auto correct your driving so you didn't hit the car next to you.
Right,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what I thought it would
But
do
I don't.
every
I
time.
don't know if it does with
Gotcha.
walls. I don't think.
I
It does.
have no clue. I didn't try.
I didn't try either.
But
I
anyway,
was staying on the straight and narrow because I was immersing myself.
How
And
do
I
you
was
immerse
listening to
yourself?
story.
You had to press W.
Oh shit! No, I had to press
Oh,
RT.
Oh shit! Here we
I had
go
to press
again.
RT. That's right. I'm a controller.
He's a
gamer.
controller.
Whatever, you had to press something.
LARPer.
Facts.
If anything, some people will think playing with a controller is more gamer than a keyboard. Some people.
I mean, yeah, I could. See
That would become an argument between people
No.
potentially.
Yeah.
No.
I just enjoy it.
That's
what
not
can I
true.
say?
I added the car.
For some reason,
the
it
car
immerses
talking.
me more than keyboard and mouse. I don't know why.
I did add the car talking sections to the yapathon that's in the game. Mainly, but I will say,
He's getting on my nerves.
but I will say,
No.
Calling story.
the
yapping
real genuine yapathon in the game
Oh boy.
is in Q's lab, Moneypenny's office, M's office, and like following Moneypenny or other characters around all of those offices.
So many yapathons.
Okay,
I thought that was
they were
annoying.
establishing
None of them had
characters.
story.
They
None
were
of them.
adding story. They were also explaining what you're about to do. Usually, like they were explaining, what your next target is,
and
who you're
establishing
going after.
relationships with each
Yeah,
other.
but no.
Establishing relationships, so you actually care about the characters,
Especially Q.
especially Q. Yeah, you probably would have hardly ever gotten any story from him if you didn't have those.
Yeah, a
sections
yapathon.
No,
where you
I-
talk
no, I
to him and
really-
he would be like,
no.
"This is what this gadget does."
No, I really liked the conversations between
It's a fart gun.
James and Q when they were just face to face talking about things, like talking about Greenway and talking about Moneypenny and talking about M.
Yeah.
But when they would go in another room and he would go, "This is the laser watch. Try it out." I was like, "Shut up! Can I just go into a mission?"
It's one sentence.
To be fair, it makes
Bro.
sense.
Then
too,
you have to
Rob,
equip it,
because
then you
it's
have
like,
to try it, and then you have to go over to the gadget table and then equip it again.
Oh my
for the
God,
mission.
all the work.
And I'm
All
literally
the
like,
work.
"Can
So
I
hard.
just play a video game?
They are going to
Stop.
call him a LARPer.
Yeah.
Can I just play a video game?"
To me, it's just part of the
Video.
experience of immersing yourself and being Bond, Rob. Because
I
when
know.
you're doing the
I'm
gadget testing,
disappointed. I'm
Bond would
disappointed.
do that. Bond wouldn't just go into the field. Oh, I mean, I heard the laser strap shoots a laser. I guess I'll try it out. in
Yeah.
the field.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think
Bro,
that it should
what?
give players the option to skip the like tutorial-esque parts where
No.
Q's saying like, "This is how it works. Use it. Try it out."
I don't
I
mind
feel
it.
like you should be able to just pick it up and walk away and be like, "I get it." Like, I'm a player who understands. I'm just gonna go
That's
use
because
it.
you like to rush through games.
I don't like to rush.
Yeah, you're a speed
I'm
runner.
somebody
He does
who
like to
I'm
rush.
literally.
Facts.
All right, guys, guess what? I'm 27. I've been playing
Ew.
games. Ugh, certified unk.
Yeah.
I've literally
Certified
been. I've literally. I've literally been
Yes,
playing
yes.
games since I was what, like 6, 7, 8. Because Cody introduced me
playing
games
to
in the
Zelda. I think
Yeah.
when I was like 6,
Yeah,
7,
you were
8,
little.
somewhere around there.
You weren't 8. You were 6, I think.
First game I was ever introduced to, I don't remember actually if it was Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, but it was one of those.
Yeah.
And then very quickly I was introduced to the other one afterwards. I just don't remember which order.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's like 20 years of gaming. So there's a part of me that's like when I get something and they just go, like, this is how it works. Try it out. I'm like, can I skip this? Like, I get it. I understand.
Bruh.
I've played games long enough that it just clicks a lot quicker. I don't need to go through the tutorial.
I'm not.
Bruh.
So that's annoying. Also, I thought it was annoying that you literally had to follow characters from M's office all the way down the hall, to the elevator, all the way down the elevator, to Q's lab, walk around Q's lab with Q, go back in the elevator with the other character, Moneypenny or whoever it was, then go all the way up to Moneypenny's office, walk all the way down that really long room to get to Moneypenny's office, and then go, I would finally like to start the mission. Finally, after like an hour of talking.
Well, if he's gonna be a,
do you hear my violin?
If he's gonna be a nitpicker, then I'm gonna be picking out some small details that are really awesome. Like, for example, did you guys know that you could actually talk to Cressida's dad after Monroe was killed?
Cressida's
yes.
dad?
Yeah.
I talked to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was just an interaction at the bar. Yeah.
Yes.
At the bar. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you can talk to him. That is so sick.
Yeah.
And I love the conversation they have. It's very sweet.
I'm not saying that the story was bad.
They're just yapping, though.
No. At no point have I said the story's bad. I just think that the moment-to-moment gameplay was sometimes slow. And I was like, okay, can we move it along? That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so. I mean, for example, the montage part at the training camp, that was fucking awesome. And that was like almost all tutorials. But it was so cool. At the training camp with all the agents, when they did like this, they did this fucking sick shit where they made you feel like you're literally playing out the montage that would happen of training in a 007 movie.
It still could
where it happens very quickly in probably 10 to 20 minutes, but as you're jumping around at these different moments in time, you're jumping around to him training combat, training shooting, training his parkour and his just skills and abilities.
I thought James was going to get with Cressida. What the hell, Monroe? Why you take my girl?
Well, I mean...
It's like, what the hell? James is supposed to just be their
They didn't get with each other by the end.
That's his buddy's girl. What is wrong with you?
Also facts. Yeah.
Bruh. Well, No. We already talked about the escalation mechanic.
Huh?
We already talked about the escalation mechanic, which I put under here as a pro to the game. Something that I think was really good.
Oh, the license to kill.
You're like the escalation mechanic, which included when you're trespassing, when people are trying to brawl you, arrest you, to where they try to kill you, and then you get license to kill. And then also part of that escalation mechanic, which we actually didn't talk about yet, was the situation contained part.
Oh, it's
which is so cool. Like if you contain a situation and nobody else knows about it, it'll say situation contained, and you can continue without like fear that like people are running around trying to get you.
Yep.
It's so cool.
It's so sick, yeah, because the biggest way that other guards will come, the one they'll do beforehand that doesn't immediately alert all the guards around you, is that they can call for reinforcements, and that's usually what they do first. Yep. Then the second option they have after that, if you're still like alive and shit, is that they then grab their gun and then they start acting like they're gonna pull it, and then they have like an exclamation point. And you have a limited amount of time to get to them and stop them. Otherwise, they'll pull their gun out and shoot at you. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
See, I'm learning more cool things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's so fucking sick. You feel like a legend when you actually escape a situation where multiple cops, multiple of them try and get their gun, and then you run up to them and do a little shoulder charge or whatever. You feel so like cinema, bro. It's so cinema.
Hi.
You're like, I am 007.
You're a good girl.
So yeah, just another way they give you freedom of choice in combat.
Another pro I gave to the game was the instincts. which you have an instincts like meter, and it depletes when you use instinct abilities, but it also refills if you perform a takedown, you defeat an enemy in combat, or you eavesdrop.
Yep.
Is how you get the instinct back. Mm-hmm. And when you use the instinct, you're using it to primarily bluff, lure, or slow down time.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so cool.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was sick. And I was so sick. This fits 007 and being James Bond so well.
Yeah, I fucking love the bluff mechanic. That's so
I love being
sick.
Like, over here.
Yeah, also that.
The lure.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, huh?
I love that he'll impersonate the guards a lot of the time. He'll be like, I see him, he's over here. And then they'll be like, what was that?
Yeah.
And then bluff, if I remember, is there other ways you can use bluff other than, I think it was when they catch you and you try and lie and say like, so-and-so sent me up here, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, you can you can technically activate it before. Yeah, you can technically activate it before they see you as well, yeah. I've done that
I've walked right up to not trying even to hide and bluffed
and then say, oh, hey, I'm here to fix something or whatever the fuck whatever you say.
It's so cool because then it also makes it to where like most of the guards in that vicinity don't care you're there.
Yeah.
Because you bluffed your way in. Mm-hmm. It's so sick.
And it fits so well with Bond because he's such a he's like a social pariah. Like he's really good at
I wasn't aware you could like just walk up and bluff.
Yeah, yeah.
I kept on doing it whenever someone caught me and they were like, hey, what are you doing here? And then I'd be like, I'm just here to, fix something. Oops. So, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. You can also use those points when they found you to fake surrender as well.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You can also use those points when they actually spot you and you don't bluff. You can use them also to fake surrender.
Yep.
I also put a pro as combat, which we already touched on quite a lot. More than melee combat is what we touched on. I also put run and gunning is crazy fun with the slow down time, with the explosives. I love that your guns that you pick up and that you use have low ammo, so it's incentivizing you a lot to pick up guns that everyone that you've already killed dropped.
Yeah.
And you're you get low on ammo, you throw a gun at somebody, you pick up another gun, shoot them.
Yeah. About the ammo though, I want to add one thing that I didn't like is the ones where it's a bring your own ammo. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, when it has that modifier on like the escalation contract.
Yeah, I think you only have like 8 bullets when you bring your own ammo, and I feel like that was not enough.
I liked it.
I did not like that.
I loved it.
I loved it because it was a challenge when it was like bring your own bullets. Like I was like, oh shit, okay.
If it would have been 16, I would have been happy.
Bullets. Yeah.
But 8, I was like, what is 8? Nothing.
Yeah. That just means you gotta get more clever. You gotta make sure you're not
getting
into gunfights and stuff.
I like gunfights though. You know that's how I like to play.
She does. I understand.
I was bumming.
I put explosives in here not because like C4 grenades or anything, but because when they have sections that were kind of more made for the run and gunning, they would put a crazy amount of explosive barrels or like red pipes. Things like that to shoot, and then just like everything around you is blowing up and bodies are flying around.
Yep.
And I loved it.
Yeah, that's why I put
that
was one note I put here.
I was like, I'm actually in a James Bond movie, actually blowing people up.
I literally put shooting explosives feels incredible.
That is pretty awesome.
It was so
was
fun.
Insane.
Yeah, and the explosives are they're just really fun. When they do blow up, like it's not a wimpy explosion. It's huge. It's huge, massive destruction. It's crazy.
They animated like so much debris flying away from the explosion and people flying away. Sometimes it's even like a pie thing, and you blow up and the entire thing falls. With a bunch of guards on it.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
Oh yeah, one of my things that I love doing in the courtyard. Do you guys remember the courtyard?
In the hotel?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
I think so.
Yeah, the courtyard is that one square, like, kind of garden area.
Yeah, where all the guards are.
Yep. In that middle area, there is, like, 3, I think, 2 or 3 different, like, big, tall, standing, like, little structures that are in construction. and there's like a little sign on it that when you click your Q glasses, it's yellow. Mm-hmm. You can either laser it and then it'll fall, or one of my favorite things was to do, especially since one of the challenges was to make it fall on like 2 or 3 enemies. I think it was 3 enemies. How I got that is that I then just engaged in combat with like all the guards outside right there basically, and baited a bunch of them to stand underneath one of them, and I grab the guard and I throw him into the fucking sign thing, and it breaks, and that makes the entire tower topple over, and it took him out.
Oh my god.
It's so satisfying.
That's so sick.
It's so satisfying. The combat is cinema.
I liked one of my favorite things during that, especially, was using the smoke grenades.
Yes, smoke grenades.
I'd smoke up the place, and then I'd sneak through the smoke and stealthily take them out. Which I love stealth. That's another one of my favorite ways to play is stealth.
Yeah, and speaking of the smoke grenades and stealth, I love how they have challenges that are just like Hitman, where that they like challenge you to do it the stealthiest you possibly could.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of challenges where they're like, get out of this level undetected and you didn't take anyone out. Like you snuck past everybody.
Yeah.
And it's so satisfying. And the smoke grenades come in clutch.
Yeah, they're in handy.
There's literally, for example, there was one where I had to sneak past the guards at the beginning of the final level. Or no, not the final one. It's the second to final one. When you're helping Isola in like Antarctica or something like that. The wintry place. Remember when you first climb up onto the building and then you have to kind of go past a bunch of guards into a door. And then once you go through that door, you meet up with Isola. Then you go get your little ID bracelets.
Kinda. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I do remember that.
Yeah, that lower area that
one
you
of
first
my
get
least
to.
favorite levels.
Oh, that area. Oh, here's a good way to describe it as well. That's the slow area where you and Isola both take out a guard when you first arrive there, and she kills the guard, and then Bond's like, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm like, it was actually.
Oh.
Name's Bond. James Bond.
James Bond. Killer Bond.
Psychopath Bond.
Yeah, Psychopath Bond. No, at that part, you can actually get past all the rest of the guards. So there's 3 guards on this little ledge here, and then you go up that little staircase, and there's the door that you need to go through. But you can't get past them immediately because there's too many guards, and they'll see you, and then you can't go through the door. So what you do is you smoke off the first guard that's like closest to you, and then you start getting close, and then when you're in the smoke, you smoke off the furthest guard that's right next to the stairs, and then you just sneak through all the smoke up to the door and you go in. There's a speed run for you.
And Robbie's bored
it's
to
so
death
satisfying.
It took time.
It's so satisfying. You're like, oh man.
That took too long for him.
I just got through there real fast.
No, he gave me a cool speedrun strat.
Exactly. It's so satisfying.
If he says it's going to save time, I'm going to listen.
I'm sure you are going to
I'm going to go, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, smoke grenades are clutch in general, just in every level, especially when you're trying to get those challenges done, where it's like, complete the level without getting detected and without taking out any guards. Like, the smoke grenades are clutch in those levels. Because there's a lot of times where there's guards right next to the door, so you literally have to smoke them and then just like walk past them and go through the door. And I fucking love that because Hitman does that shit too, where they'll have challenges that are so hard you have to literally outthink the systems and stuff. Like, oh, if I throw smoke here, then I can just walk past this guy instead of like killing him like I usually would, because I have to avoid killing him. Because Hitman has even challenges like fucking kill your target, only your target, hide the body, don't get caught, suit only.
Do it silently, which means no gun.
Do it silently, suit only.
Melee epic, melee
those are
legendary,
so fun.
Melee rare.
Yeah, but they're so fucking hard.
Super challenging.
Because they've laid out the fucking place that the target.
That's what it does.
Really legendary.
It's so hard though because they've
crazy.
laid out the place where the target is so much with guards usually and not many ways to get in that you have to rely on your gadgets, like the ones that can poison someone without killing them and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh. They hit that level with 007 and specifically the gadgets, trying to complete those challenges. It's so good.
Getting rubbings.
I love those challenges in Hitman, so I'm so happy they were in 007.
Meanwhile, I'm like, well, Hitman's just more fun in general. Just in a general sense. So therefore, I would care about the challenges in Hitman a lot more than I would in 007.
Well, the challenges are extra cool in both of them, because not only can you get a bunch of outfits and stuff in Hitman, which is my favorite part, is the outfits. I just love them. A lot of them are so cool and fun and goofy and all that. And they did the same thing with 007. There's, through doing the story mission, challenges and completing them, you can unlock a costume. Every mission that you complete all the challenges, you unlock a new costume. And there's also a general tab.
Are they good though, or are they just different colored suits?
No, they're some of them are really cool. I got the chauffeur, which looks like a kind of like a taxi driver kind of outfit, or not a taxi, a limo, like a limo.
Do driver. Any of them make Bond look like he's wearing the costume of his most famous villains?
I'm not for sure. I know there's one that I'm pretty sure makes him look like one of the older Bonds. But I'm not for sure, because he still looks like himself on his face, but he has a gray suit with a gray tie, and I'm like, I think one of the older Bonds had a gray suit with a gray tie. I could be wrong.
I know that they had my favorite skin in 007 that I had, I think it was a pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
Was the Day of the Dead.
No, I don't.
I'm not from sure. The Daniel Craig.
I don't think it was, because I didn't have it. And after completing a bunch of the challenges, I had it, so I think it was to do with a challenge. But I could be wrong.
Well, then either I completed that challenge completely by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I could be wrong. We know it would be by accident.
Or it was probably just a bonus.
You're probably right.
You probably accidentally.
No, it was probably a bonus. A pre-order bonus.
Oopsie.
I'm not... those challenges, when I get done with the game, the challenges are bare. They're like, you didn't do shit. Bruh. And then I'm like, yeah, I know. I just wanted to stop all the yapping.
You're making me sad. That's all I can say.
About it. But yeah, the challenges are just really fun to go back and do, because they genuinely are this is not the normal way I play. There's also challenges that are literally silently take out every guard in the area. Like you can't get caught once, you have to stealth take down everyone.
Yeah.
I did put this as both a pro and a con. Both. The graphics. And the reason I did this doesn't. The con part doesn't really apply now, because they did a day one patch that fixed the problem.
Oh.
Graphics were amazing after the day one patch, and so because of that, I put this as a pro and a con graphics. Because one of the pre-order bonuses was having 24-hour early access, which is when the graphics look bad.
Oh.
And then I was like, why should this be considered a bonus if you're not going to push that update to the people that are playing it early?
Yeah.
Or possibly, I don't know, maybe the update only fixed my problem specifically, and maybe not everyone had the same problem. I don't know.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Because for me, without the day one patch, fire, smoke, and lighting all looked really bad.
I don't remember that, but maybe it was just for some people.
Lighting looked weird and grainy.
Yeah.
On the screen, and then fire and smoke. Fire looked weird, pixelated sort of, and then smoke looked just way too. I don't even know how to describe that. It kind of looked like if you imagine what sand would look like if you threw sand, through the air. That's kind of what the smoke looked like.
Oh, okay.
But then literally after I got day one patch, everything looked amazing. I was like, oh wow, all my problems were solved.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know if that was just a me problem.
Yeah, I don't think I experienced that.
Okay.
I am curious, speaking of...
That's weird.
Kind of
and
technical issues.
I didn't change any settings, so...
Yeah. Speaking of technical issues, when you got to the end of the game, where M's giving her, little speech in front of everyone, Did anyone else have a glitch happen where no one was there for a little bit, and then everyone started? Everyone.
No, that is so funny.
Mine glitched. Yeah, no one was there, and then as she was giving the speech, I was like, "Oh, is she practicing?" And then after a while, it cut back to her, and then people started literally spawning in front of her, and I was like, "Oh, all right."
Nick said, "Is she practicing?"
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
It got a giggle out of me when it happened. I was like, what the fuck? They're just spawning in, bro. So yeah.
I also put, as another pro, is conversations. When you have conversations with certain people, like in a level.
Yeah.
It can yield information that can open up more options to the player on how to tackle that mission. Which, in parentheses, I put good yapping because it serves gameplay.
There's good yapping and bad
There's
yapping.
good yapping. There's good yapping and bad yapping.
Wow. He's making me sad again.
I will say, Rob, when it comes to unskippable stuff like walking and talking, driving and talking and stuff, I will at least give you this. I personally, if I'm replaying the game, like, to enjoy the story, then I don't care. But when I do care is when I'm going back to replay for challenges. And most of the time it wasn't a big problem, but some missions it was really annoying because I was just trying to get a challenge done at a specific point in the mission.
Yeah.
But I'd have to do like this long sequence of...
But
like,
that was on replay. That wasn't on the first go-around. He
no,
doesn't like it on the first
No,
go-around.
it wasn't the first... Yeah, the first go-around I loved it all. I was like, this is awesome.
That's different.
When you're actually in the level, like deep in the level, and you can figure things out, that's when the game was peak. But I had problems around that. That were slow. But
like for example, one of the most annoying ones, because I literally put waiting for Greenway on replay. And that's because it was probably one of the most egregious examples. It's the one where after
you're hacking everything.
I think so. I think you're on the right
and it's
page.
Only you and
Greenway. When you're in Web Industries.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you guys got attacked.
That level.
I loved it the first time. I hate it on replay because there's specific challenges that make you replay at a specific point where you have to actually do a lot of that hacking and waiting for Greenway and listening and stuff before you can then get to the point where you can try the challenge, and then if you fail the challenge you have to go do all of that again.
Yeah.
Because the checkpoint just is at the beginning of the mission, so you're just fucked.
Yeah.
And then, even worse, there's multiple challenges. There's 2 different ones, if I remember, on that same level. So even if you complete one successfully, they're completely different. So you're like, well, now I got to go do the other one.
Yeah.
Now I got to replay Greenway again. Greenway, come on.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That was my least favorite level by far.
Yeah, because I think if I remember...
Does it not let you skip the conversation?
Nope. There's even a point where there's some points in 007, and I'll give them this. I do love this, and I wish it was more frequent. There are some sections where you can kind of skip dialogue and kind of fast track stuff just by doing what you need to do next without listening to the person or whatever. Mm. That doesn't happen in this section, though. There's literally a point where you can climb over where the bar is and go, shimmy over the ledge over to that one area where you're supposed to, like, climb on the box and climb over the wall so you can get both of you through the security checkpoint. You can't climb the box yet, but that's kind of the problem. You can literally shimmy all the way over there, but then you can't climb the box. And then you have to wait for Greenway if he's walking towards the door, which he was on my playthrough, because I was like, maybe I can fast track it by just going over here right now. And then once I was over there, I already knew because I went over there one other time before I had the conversation with him, because he was already at the ledge, and then I was like, maybe I can skip the combo. So then while he's leaning on the edge, like, come talk to me, Bond, before we continue, I just jumped over the ledge and went over, and then I can't climb the box, and I'm like, what? I thought isn't this where I go? And then you
have to go back and talk to him.
No, and then he goes, all right, let me get that for you. And then he goes and opens the door for me, and then he goes back to the ledge and waits for me. And then I'm like, all right. So then I talk to him, and then it lets me climb the box.
Yeah.
That's because the conversation is canonical.
Then I tried to see if I could fast track it before he tries to have the conversation with me. So then I jump it before he's even at the door, and then when I get over there, I realize, I still can't climb the box, and I have to wait for him to slowly sit there and talk to me at the door about how we can't get through. Then walk over to the ledge, lean on it, and then go, let's talk, Bond. And then after he says that, then he's like, all right, let me get that door for you. And then he walks over and opens the door for me. And I'm just like,
trying to scoot into your lap.
Please save me.
What are you doing?
Those were like the worst challenges to replay and try and get, because I was just like, dude, I just want to get to the section that I need to replay to get the challenge done. So yeah. So my big thing is just either add better checkpoints or give the players an option after they've already played the game to skip those parts.
Yeah. I think like hold down spacebar or something and.
Yeah, exactly.
There could be a fast forward dialogue button for that kind of situation.
Yeah, facts. Or just like I said, they could purposefully design some elements that can fast track the story, like that section at that part where you climb over the railing and go to the boxes. They could have made it. I think they could have at least. Where before you have the conversation with them, you can just go over there and jump the box, and then it just skips the conversation. I know games have done stuff like that before, so that's why I feel like you probably could.
Don't let her jump.
No.
Trust me, I've speedrun a lot of Resident Evil games. You can literally do shit like that, where you kind of skip a story part because you're like kind of going so fast that you kind of just cut off that story section. Like, I'm pretty sure, for example, I've speedrun Resident Evil 7 quite a few times. Pretty sure there's some sections where you can literally have a character saying a voice line to you, and then because you go so fast, they kind of just abruptly cut off.
Yeah.
I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like
either way,
there's like the point in the building though when you're hacking a bunch of doors and waiting for robotic vacuum cleaner things to go through doors and
exactly
stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
That whole mission is just like really long, and it's not super fun.
I mean, that's fair.
And then there's
I liked it, but I kind of understand why.
Then there's
because
like
it was pretty long with the
not
actiony stuff.
Then there's when you get to a shipwrecked boat with Greenway, and he goes, find another way. Then all you have to do is shimmy around the boat and then just kick a thing over for Greenway. And I'm literally like, I feel like that prolonged the level for no reason. Situations like that where I'm just like, what was the point of this?
Yeah.
At least with the building level, I know they wanted us to care about Greenway.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you're just spending a lot more time talking to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, conversations in-game is what I meant. Is like when you talk to someone at a bar or something.
Yeah. And
you have different choices of dialogue. Like, for example, at the hotel, this is just an example I'll give. I talked to 2 or 3 different people and exhausted all of their dialogue options. And then I literally I don't remember there was some third option, I don't remember what it was, but I remember the 2 I was deciding from in my head that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was, I either had to go find a way into the security guard room in the hotel, or I had to go into this like collector's room that had like a vault in their desk and find the code for their vault and stuff like that. I ended up doing the collector's room thing.
Yeah.
And you had to find like a bottle with like a date on it, and that was the code for the safe, and then you get what you need from the safe, and then you move on with the level because you have like a pass to pass the guards. And then I think the security guard one, maybe you get a disguise or security guard code.
I thought you could pickpocket for that.
Something. Yeah, I was gonna mention pickpocketing also.
Yeah, pickpocketed.
Pickpocketing is awesome. Pickpocketing.
So anyway,
I
think conversations are so cool with characters because you literally are talking directly to the character, choosing dialogue options, and getting information on different ways to tackle the level.
Yeah,
which I thought was sick. But pickpocketing was literally my next one, which is my con.
I liked it.
It's a con.
No,
it's a bad part of the game.
No, it's
not. The reason that I put here was no risk reward system. Because you can only...
You have to distract before you pickpocket. That's a reward, dude. If you
No, there's no risk reward system to pickpocketing. As in, I think that you should be able to distract, and then you pickpocket, and because they were distracted, they don't know, and there's no risk. But if you feel like, I want to preserve some of the chemicals or batteries for your gadgets, so I don't want to distract this person... You should be able to have a risk or reward system where you try to pickpocket that person, and there's a chance they might catch on to the fact that you pickpocketed them, and that could lead into some of the escalation mechanics of like guards coming after you and stuff. I think that would have made it way better, the pickpocketing in the game.
I think that...
Currently, you distract, you pickpocket, nothing happens ever.
Yeah.
It's always successful, you never have any risk. That's my problem.
Did you guys ever use the watch to blow up a glass?
Blow up a glass?
Yeah.
Like a glass cup or like a window? Or?
Yeah, like a glass.
A glass what?
You guys never did that? Oh, you're missing out.
No,
a glass
what? The rooms, like, I think it's in web industry, but it might have been in a different building where there's different rooms. Yeah. And like, instead of it being, let me finish. Instead of it being like for one room to the next room, instead of it being walls, the whole wall is glass from one room to the next. Like the walls are glass; they're not wood.
Right. Trying to remember.
How do you not remember? It's really everywhere you go.
Gadget? Is that the one with Reggie? The ball? The big ball?
No, honey.
That was cinema.
That was fun, but no.
Really fun.
No.
Okay,
This is when you're sneaking around in the office, different offices in the building.
Okay.
Every office, their walls are all glass.
Yeah. Did you, what?
How do you not notice? You can look into every office in that building because they're glass.
I saw you playing that mission the other day, Nick.
What mission is
You were like fighting people and throwing
details.
them through glass.
Give me more details.
It's like a normal, it's in web industries, and there's vents,
also vents
there's office rooms with like giant glass.
Yep. I remember now.
Their office rooms have giant glass walls.
Yep.
You can use your watch and blow up a glass wall with it. Anywho, I didn't know if you guys tried that or not. I thought that was so
mean it
fun.
Exploded?
It exploded the whole glass wall.
And it was the laser watch.
I don't know which one it was.
It may have been the rocket. Did you use the rocket on it?
Yeah, was it the
It was,
missile gun?
I might have. I don't remember, honestly. I just remember I was like, what does this do? Boink! And the whole glass wall went boom and exploded. And I was like, oh, that was so cool. I need to do that again.
You said cinema.
It was so fun.
No, I remember. I'm pretty sure there was a challenge, Mom, for you to throw like 5 enemies or something like that, like a lot of the enemies through the glass window. So I went in there and I just started throwing a bunch of people. That's why Rob said he saw me throwing a bunch of people over the windows.
I didn't do that challenge yet.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I need to go back and do it.
Oh, yeah.
I put in here as a pro watchers and influenced by watchers.
Yeah.
I loved the mechanic of that. Watchers were the ones with the
couldn't be influenced.
It was the full white circle above their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they couldn't be bluffed.
Yep.
And anybody that was in their vicinity were influenced by them, so they couldn't be bluffed either.
Yep.
And I was like, that is so cool. I love
really
that.
Cool.
The only thing is that I kind of wish that, like, later game, there was another type that knew when you try to lure. Like, oh, that's bad. Like, that's not. We shouldn't go over there.
Oh, that would be a good idea for a sequel.
Like an insightful guy or something, and people around him too.
Yeah, someone who's like, that sounds suspicious.
Yeah, someone who's more sus of the lure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And maybe this would be interesting. Since you're luring people to you, what if somebody who is more sus of the lure and people around them they're influencing in their vicinity, they can go, you go that way, I'll go this way. So they're trying to corner wherever they heard the lure. Corner you. That would be really interesting.
Really interesting.
It'd be challenging.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that would be sick.
That would be sick as hell. Yeah. That. Feel free to steal that idea, IO. Honestly.
IO.
Yeah, feel free.
Just put my name on it. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I like fun game.
Wow.
Make game fun.
Bruh.
Let me see. What else did I put in here? I put as a pro and a con the tax sim. It's kind of like an arcade mode, and this is kind of the part of the game that I feel like adds the replayability to the game. And there is some progression. Like in completing challenges, earning money, doing the missions, buying guns to bring into the next mission, buying outfits, things like that. But it's not roguelike or anything, like kind of like the freelance Hitman.
Yeah.
So because of that, you buy a gun and you just have it permanently, even if you like die in a mission.
Well,
it makes it to where the replayability is nowhere near as long as freelance.
I kind of get it though, because it's more that's the tax sim I noticed is more like the escalations in Hitman than anything than like freelance.
Also, I mentioned in here that tax sim didn't have a whole lot of content either.
It's
a
have very much.
Little bit barren.
I agree with that.
Yeah, which I don't think
doesn't have much content, and it's not like freelance at all. You're not actually going on a mission.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which I didn't
because
like.
it's just
I
a
was
simulation.
I
don't
really
want
to do simulations for my money, for my guns and my suits. I want to do missions.
I didn't really like either. I was kind of hoping tax sim would be a little bit slightly Hitman-like, to where maybe it could be slightly more open-ended, slightly larger. But instead, I went into that like garden tax sim mission thing with like the fountain in the middle, and it feels like you're just in a square. And it's like not that big.
Yeah.
And I was literally like, this feels lame to me. To me, I was like, it's so tiny and small, and I feel like I don't have a lot of options.
I hope in the future they will change that, make it better.
They are adding
more open worldly, give it more missions like Hitman does in the open world.
The only thing I know
not more taxims. Not more simulations, actual missions.
Oh, they're adding missions. Yeah, they're literally adding a mission where I thought you were hunting Bafma, but it's actually that I guess you're like going to help Bafma somehow.
Help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, interesting. I would like to see where that could go.
Okay.
Especially if it means that we're going to eliminate Bafma, because I kind of feel like that's where it's going.
Yeah.
I hope he's not a good guy. He was kind of cool.
He is a fun character.
I hope
I don't mind if he lives.
No.
I'm just saying I feel like
I think what would be cool, which would also fit with 007 as a franchise, is if Bombfa is a character that sometimes James has to help because he's so useful to MI6.
Yeah.
But he's still dangerous.
It's like
person.
a really great character because he's dangerous but helpful. That would be really
I think
interesting.
he should remain a friend of James. That like helps him.
I'll agree with you on that.
But
I think that would be really interesting,
Because in 007...
I think at some point he should...
Yeah, I was going to say...
He should have to go after him.
I think that would make him going after him...
That should be a far into the future.
Yeah.
No, I feel
there's a lot to be built.
That could be cinema.
I feel like
because he could be a villain in one of the Bond games, the villain, because then there would have been built up this trust and relationship.
Well, I feel like one of two things.
So that would have actually probably been like they actually may be kind of close at this point, and it's like even though I don't like you, Bafma, I kind of know you now, so it feels more personal.
Yeah.
I think the perfect thing to do with Bombfa that would fit.
And they tell him, bring him in, dead or alive. And they've built up this long relationship with each other where he's actually, his goal is to bring him in alive. Okay, so it gets to the final scene, okay, right?
Yes.
And the 007's finally caught up with him, right? Get this in your head, imagine this scene. And they're talking. They're having the yapping. The yapping is happening. The story is a-going. And they're having this conversation. And Bavma tells him, the only way you're going to take me in is dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Peek! 007 doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
But that is so far in the future. I feel like there's got to be a whole lot of build up to that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
and that's if they want to do that, because I'm not sure if that's what they're doing.
I think what would
fit
that would be
interesting.
interesting.
They need to.
That would be fun. That'd be interesting.
At some point, they need to.
The only other thing is I'm worried that if Lenny Kravitz is, I think, the guy playing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would be worried as to if he could pull it off, because he's not really been known as an actor.
He did great.
And sometimes,
why would he
good.
be able to?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we didn't really see, for example, like maybe a sadder side of him or something like that, or a more emotional side.
I think he could pull it off. He's a very
I would love to
person.
see him do it. I'm just like, not all musicians can make that transition.
I think he will.
He did really well in this game.
He did. I agree.
I think that for a 007 franchise, Bompha would be great as a friend to James. Huh?
I have so many scenarios that could happen now for the future.
Yeah.
So many things running through my head.
Yeah.
Bavma would be a great friend to James. Intel for MI6, but a dangerous person because he's like the king of the pirates and whatever.
Facts.
And they build up their friendship and everything, and then one of the really, really big bads in the future ends up getting info on James from Bavma.
So he double crosses him?
He double crosses him, and he's like, what can I say, James? Like, he was paying
like,
really big or whatever.
I like money.
And then James is like super pissed off because he feels he felt like they had kind of gained a friendship over the years.
Yep.
Yeah, but he still needs to struggle with killing him. He still needs to struggle with killing him. Yeah. That's my thing.
But that would be also great if there's like a side of Bond that wants to, because I feel like this betrayal needs to come with also something like that really hurts.
A consequence.
No, that's something that hurts really bad, like he kills one of Bond's allies or something. Like through telling that bad guy ends up killing someone. Yeah,
Isola,
or his dog.
Or his dog.
Yeah, this version of Bond needs to turn into John Wick.
Whose dog does not mean that much to him?
Fags.
True.
Tell me. Tell me whose dog doesn't mean that much.
Gay.
Oh my God, you're bi.
I mean, yeah. But, it fits under the umbrella.
Under the umbrella. Why is he trying to be so cool about it? Another pro I put in here was the set pieces. Yeah. The car turrets, when you're in that garage and you're spinning the car and doing donuts and shooting all the men that are running out.
Yeah.
Cinema. That was amazing.
That was really sick, yeah.
The garbage truck part.
That was so
where you're driving through and running into things and running through building.
I was so shocked when the opening got too small with the semi truck that was backing up, and then you just fucking plow through its back.
That was so
you were like, oh shit, damn.
Yeah.
The sports car chase.
Yep.
Where you're like going through fields and mud and all that.
A lot of these felt like Uncharted 4 again with its chases.
And then the construction truck part where you're going through a construction site.
Yeah.
In a huge yellow truck.
Yep.
And then I also put run and gun sections because there were some parts where they wanted you to run through and kill everybody in your way.
Yeah, true.
And that was the sections where they had like a tons of explosives that you could blow up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, set pieces, amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Including
I felt like I was actually in a James Bond movie, actually being James.
Yep. Including the boss fights. The boss fights felt like they were cinematic, just in the way they laid everything out and stuff. Like the first fight with the twins in the fucking wine room, and you can literally grab them and smash them into the wine racks, and like all the wine will fall on them and shit. You can also grab wine off of them and throw it at them. You're like, dude, this literally feels like a big, like,
I literally put
big
that in
bad
there.
boss fight.
Because I was like, also there were like wine that was inside glass, and you could throw them into the glass and then throw the wine that was in the glass at them.
Yep.
And I was like, it's so cool. It felt like, oh, I'm gonna combo him into the glass, and then I'm gonna combo him by throwing the glass of wine at him.
It was so good.
It was so good.
And it's so funny.
The twins were weird though.
And the challenge in that one was just one of the ones I completed was just really fun. Because one of the challenges that I had to complete afterwards is just to throw like, I think it was a lot of bottles, like 15 or 20 wine bottles at him. So I just stood next to a rack and just clicked R2 and kept throwing wine bottles at him. Every now and then I'd grab them and smash them into one of those pedestals and throw the wine bottle in it at him. It was so fun. Realistically, it was probably 10. My brain is saying 15 to 20, but I think it was actually just 10.
Is there anything else you guys want to add, like kind of mechanics and gameplay wise, before we move on to story? Because I think I'm ready to move on to story.
Yes, there's two things. One, I don't like that you have no way to replay a section rather than replay from a checkpoint when you're in a mission. Because there was multiple missions as well where I would have to see if I completed a challenge by getting like through a certain point and reaching the next checkpoint. And then I would be like, oh, I didn't get it complete. So then I'd have to exit to menu, go back into the story, select the chapter, go to the chapter, click it, click the same section that I just played again, wait for it to load. Instead of being able to pause and then just click replay section and it just starts from the start, from the
checkpoint.
beginning.
Yeah.
Or maybe just have a little menu where you can click sections on the pause menu and then it just shows all the sections in the chapter you're in.
Yeah.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
Which is something they might put in there.
That would be incredible.
I mean, I will say we could talk about gadgets quickly before we do story.
Yes.
Because we didn't go into gadgets a lot.
But another thing I do want to add real quick, which will probably be also quick. Another thing for replay value, add a way to swap your gadgets like when you start a level. Kind of like how Hitman has that preparation screen before you go into a mission. Because they don't have that. So and there's a specific challenge, for example, in that wintry place where you're, going up into that place with Isola and you're infiltrating it. Yeah. That place, you have to have a specific gadget, which is the landmine. They're not the landmine, the shock mine or whatever it's called. Yeah. And I didn't have it equipped. Camera? Yeah, no. The trip mine that you could put down, but it would just stun people. It wasn't like an explosive.
Flash mine?
Flash mine, yes. It wanted you to put one on a little cleaning robot and have it walk towards people and then blow up on them.
Yeah.
That was one of the challenges. I didn't have it equipped when I played the level, and it just saves your gadgets that you have when you played it, when you replay it. So that means I had to literally go all the way back to the mission before that mission even to load a checkpoint where I was in Q's lab and could switch my gadgets. And then I had to play through all those levels and sections back to that part.
That's really annoying.
Just add a way to swap your gadgets before replaying a section.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Add a prep menu.
Exactly. That's what I'm
for
saying.
A checkpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, because he picks weapons, Hitman does, before every single mission.
Exactly. Yep.
That's probably a complaint of a lot of people.
I did put in here that gadgets overall were both a pro and a con for me. Because I felt like I put here that I think that they're super cool, but I can't be as creative with them and figure out new ways to use them on my own during gameplay, like just messing around, as much as I would like.
Why?
Because they have like a more linear set use for each one that you'll kind of just be doing over and over again. Like you'll just be hacking phones or hacking devices over and over again to like make noise and make someone walk over there because that thing is making noise. Or like I will say some of the gadgets are better than others. Like the laser watch thing.
Yeah, that can do a lot.
That one can break chains, locks,
glass walls.
Glass.
Yep.
It can stun someone because you like shoot their eyes and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Although it's more temporary.
Which then allows you to pickpocket while their eyes
are... because they're distracted.
Yeah.
Yep. Or sneak around them.
Yep.
So, literally, the laser strap is what it's called.
Yep.
I literally used the laser strap on every mission. I was like, I'm not going into any mission without this, because it has the most use case scenarios than all the rest.
I agree.
While also being discreet.
Yep.
The hack watch I didn't go in without because it was just an amazing lure device.
I don't think you could. I'm pretty sure it locked that.
Did it lock?
I think it did.
The one that hacks all kinds of things for like distractions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only place you could swap that out is in Taxon.
Oh, okay.
Which I think
I kept it in for Taxon anyway.
I think that also does kind of suck. Like, I think you should be able to swap that out in the story too.
Gotcha.
Like, I think it is kind of weird that they locked it. Like, I'm like, I don't know why. Unless, well, I guess, here's the thing. It makes sense for some missions. For example, the mission where you and Greenway infiltrate web industries, that makes sense. Half of the mission, you're hacking doors so that Greenway can walk through it. So,
like 50 to 70%
you couldn't do it without
of the
hacking. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, unless maybe...
Impossible.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking about is if maybe every mission has something like that, and we just don't realize. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We might see soon because they're releasing in year one, which we'll talk about soon. But I'm just saying,
missile pen, you just kind of shoot, and it blows up.
In year one, they're releasing New Game Plus, so there's a chance maybe you can swap it out in New Game Plus.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'd
assume it probably is mandatory for most missions.
I thought you were saying you were going to talk about year one.
Yeah. I am going to, because I think there's a lot of exciting things on the horizon.
But I was saying that missile pen you can't do a whole lot with. You just shoot and it just blows up whatever you shot.
But it's so satisfying.
It's amazing. It's so missile pen is one of the most fun to use.
Yeah.
But it only has one use, is blow things up. Like, you can't do much with it. Which makes sense because you're shooting at little missiles.
What were you expecting?
I'm not expecting much from the missile pen, but I was expecting more from the other gadgets. The smoke pod, it shoots a smoke pod to cover that area. Mm-hmm. I think that's cool that we kind of have like a smoke device, but like again, it just makes smoke. Can't do a lot with that. Other than
you can do a lot with
I was gonna say, what do you mean? It's literally the most essential tool when you're trying to complete a level without knocking out any guards, because you can just like the ones that are actually in the way and you can't avoid. You can just smoke multiple.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
If they're in a little group, you can just smoke them and then just walk past.
Or you can sneak on them, sneak up on them.
Okay, what I'm saying though is, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 gadgets.
6, 7.
There's 7 gadgets. In all 7, there's 3 that actually have, like, no, 2. No, 1. There's 1 that actually has multiple use case scenarios. Only 1.
Are you including the hack in that?
Yep.
The hack has multiple uses. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
You hack a lot of different stuff with the hack.
But that's the point. You just hack things.
Yeah, but you can do a lot of different stuff. You can distract. You can literally fucking... I'm pretty sure you can... Yeah, you can electrocute enemies with the hack. You can...
oh, you're right. You can.
Yeah.
I barely did that.
Yeah.
Because the situation in which you can do that didn't appear a lot for me.
The situations where you can use it to knock out guards, like when you're in that training facility where you're doing your training, there's multiple little shooting range... like posts, like that look like
that fling up and
that you can hack, and then it can, and then it'll like if it's up, for example, then it'll quickly fling down, and if a guard is below it, then it'll knock them out.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cool. There's a lot of uses actually for the hack.
Okay, so the hack is a good one. Then.
Yeah, it's goated.
The dart phone, it just makes people feel sick. You can't do like anything else with it.
Yeah,
you shoot someone and they get sick.
Yeah, but it's also very helpful.
It's very useful for sneaking past
literally
just one guard. It can save your ass.
Every single time I made sure to take the dart phone and the laser strap, and then whatever the third one was, I was like, I barely used the third one. Because most of the time, the third one had one use case scenario that I didn't need to use most of the time. All I needed to do was like shoot chains, locks, I use the laser strap and the hack probably the most. And then the dart phone, sometimes I'd use to, like, pickpocket someone.
Yeah.
Or if I was like, you know, maybe I want this guy to go to the bathroom because he's sick. And, you know.
I think
that he's out of the way.
I think that's the beauty of the gadgets, though, is that most of them are not really required in most scenarios. It's there, and you can use them if you want, and most likely it'll be fun to use.
Yeah.
Because they are, like, all fun to use.
Yeah, and I don't usually. I don't usually get them out of the way, make them go be sick in the bathroom to get them out of the way. I'm the player that gets them sick to go to the bathroom, so I can sneak in the bathroom behind them.
And then take them out, and then knock them out.
Take them out.
Facts.
But I just basically found myself being like, I wish we had more gadgets that did more things, like the laser strap.
I think there'll be more in the future.
Like how the hack and the laser strap have multiple things they can do.
Yeah, I gotcha.
All the rest of them have like one thing.
I kind of like that though, because like I think it's a nice variety. Because there's some that are multiple, but then there's some that just feel like it's a classic Bond gadget, like the laser strap. You're like, I mean, come on, it's the laser strap.
I almost wish the dart phone, but the dart phone is like a little bit of an acidic poison that makes them sick that injects into them.
Yeah.
What if there was another thing that's not like a lock or a chain, but like a plastic of some kind that you could shoot the dart phone at and it could melt that plastic because it's acidic. You know, something like that to where it's like, oh, the dart phone actually does more than just makes people sick.
I feel like that wouldn't make sense though, because if it's acidic,
it can make sense because it's 007, bro. They can make it make sense.
If it's acidic, that wouldn't. I don't think that'd make someone sick. That might genuinely kill them, depending on where you shoot it.
That would kill them.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus, you'd be putting acid into someone's body.
They can have Q say, shoot it at plastic, and we'll send out 100.
Bruh.
They'd shoot it at plastic and it sends out 100 milligrams of acid.
Oh my gosh.
But if you shoot it at a human, it sends 1 milligram of acid. It just gives them a tummy ache.
Acid won't give you just a tummy ache.
No, it goes directly into their belly where the other acid is.
Oh,
and it
so
makes
it
them
disintegrates their organs.
Yes.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
That means they're just going to be on their deathbed for like months.
Yay.
Well,
or just straight up die, depending on what organs.
But do you see what I'm saying,
He's
though?
a pacifist.
Q could literally say that there's two sides to the
fair.
needle. One injects people with something that makes them sick, and the other side is acid.
No, I was going to say, to be fair, they could make a lore reason in that they could just be like, your dart gadget is equipped with 2 types of dart. If you aim at metal, then it'll shoot the dart that is acid. And then if you aim at a person, it'll shoot a poison dart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes more sense
what I'm
than
saying.
The same dart.
It is a dart
somehow.
phone. They could be like, there's multiple darts inside of your phone. And
also
he's choosing which dart to shoot when you're aiming at something.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do shoot it out of a phone already, so that would actually make sense.
And
like,
also,
you can kind of choose which dart.
Since it's a dart phone, can we get a sleep dart? Just shoot someone and they fall asleep? That would be so funny.
Yeah, Hitman style.
He was Hitman stuff.
Yes, I do. It's because Hitman
funny,
is
though.
peak.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I mean, it is.
Especially like with what they would like. I would be curious what they make the other people around them do. Would they just be like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Yeah.
Wow, they must have really,
That would be kind of cool
not got
too.
much sleep last night.
If you put someone asleep next to somebody that you plan to pickpocket,
yeah,
and then they're going, "Are you okay, buddy?" And that counts as them being distracted.
That would be cinema.
Yeah,
because they're trying to see if that guy's okay.
Yeah. Especially since it would be cool if that makes sense. If you put them to sleep though, then it wouldn't work because then someone else would be like, "Are you okay?" So you can't just sit there and pickpocket them while they're sleeping on the ground and someone's literally hovering over them asking if they're good.
Yeah. See, I don't think any of the gadgets were bad. It's just that I wish they had more
variety. Yeah.
I wished.
Use cases.
I wished that I could carry more gadgets.
Mm.
For me, 4 wasn't enough.
Mom just wanted the whole dang thing.
I mean, that would be really, really cool, but I mean, like, even one more gadget would have made me happier.
I think it would be hilarious. I don't know if this is in the game because I didn't 100% the game.
Yeah.
If they had kind of a Resident Evil style 100%, where they're like, now your missile pen has infinite ammo, so you can go through a level and just be like, just blowing everybody up with the missile pen.
Oh, currently no, because the only level you
that would be so fun.
The only level you could technically have infinite ammo missile pen is on the last level when you go into Q Lab and you find Q's watch and it regenerates. Although
which I love.
There's a chance, which would be fucking awesome and so much fun if they did this, there's a chance that maybe you get to carry that over in a New Game Plus when they add that in year 1. Because they said they're adding a New Game Plus, and I'm like, oh, please give us Q's watch. That would be cinema.
That would be.
I want to walk around with a missile pen just constantly locked and loaded. That'd be funny.
Anything else before we go into story that you guys can think of? No from Mom. I'm ready for story, so depends on what Nick.
I'll just say there's also the one thing I don't like about the skins. I fucking hate that they don't really explain where a lot of them come from. They just say that they're locked. So you think, oh, there must be some way I can earn them. I eventually looked it up because I couldn't figure it out in game. Turns out, like, fucking half the skins in the game are weird ass collabs with like fucking like, get a thing of Dr. Pepper or something like that or whatever.
And enter code.
Yeah.
From the Dr. Pepper.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's just like,
wait, that's
really skins for the gun?
For 007.
007.
No, for the character.
Here,
like new skins for your character for James.
Like the suits.
For James. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
You can have a Dr. Pepper suit apparently.
Here, hold on.
Okay.
He's wearing brown
it's usually
and
not
says Dr. Pepper all over it.
No, it's usually not actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that reminds me of like Call of Duty days when they'd be like, get Mountain Dew and put in this code.
Yeah.
Get double XP weekend.
Yeah, here.
You know.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Twitch reward, unlockable for participants of Coca-Cola's 007X Coke promotion. Let's see. Unlocked via GeForce reward, participants of Coke's 007 Coke promotion. Another one.
How do you get in on those, though? What does that even mean? I don't know.
I have no idea.
That's kind of annoying.
It's dumb. I'm like,
that's super annoying.
Oh,
and there's
more. Alienware promotion.
None of these are like colored after the
another Twitch reward
or anything, Nick.
Nope.
It's not like a Coke suit or
no.
Like
one of the Twitch
suit.
rewards is Resplendent Death. It's Day of the Dead suit, but it's like gold instead of white. Like the skeleton is gold.
I was gonna say because if they're kind of dumb suits, then I don't care.
This is the one. This is the Alienware promotion one, for example. See, that's not.
I actually like that kind of.
Exactly.
Try to show the camera.
That's actually pretty nice. He's gonna make it move.
That actually looks pretty good. Like that.
Yeah,
it's not
cool
great,
skin.
but they can kind of see it.
What the hell?
See, that's what I'm saying. It's
but
stupid.
What do you have to do?
You have to do like promotional code or
buy
watch
something from them or something.
From Alienware?
Yeah, probably.
Oh no.
You have to be a part
That's
of.
not even fair.
You have to be a part of like a Coca-Cola thing, Alienware thing, or like watch Twitch streams.
If it costs me money, it's not fair.
Yeah, if the comments can correct us if that's not actually true, but
it's alleged
because it says it's promotion. So it does remind me of Call of Duty, like buy a can of Coke and you get a Coke and you can unlock
they shouldn't have
this.
made it like that. That's not even fair. There's
dumb.
a lot of people that can't afford that.
Yep.
I don't mind if that's in a game.
I'm not. I'm just refuse to spend the money.
I don't love it, but I will say that I just really hate that they don't explain that. That was my biggest gripe. That's what I was trying to say. All the lock costumes, they don't explain where you get them. It's just locked. it's just sitting there locked, and you have to look.
At the least they could do would underneath the skin be like promotional skin or something, so it's that you're like, oh,
it's like, dude, it's a promotion. Wouldn't you actually want to do that? Because you could even say, to unlock this costume, go and buy a can of Coke or whatever the fuck you're supposed to be. Yeah, like, bruh. Doesn't make any sense.
I feel like it's fine if games have promotional skins, but like try and make the vast majority of your skins just unlockable by playing the game.
Yeah.
Which I will say, they do still have a lot of costumes that are unlockable, so it's not the worst thing.
It does sound like there's a lot of promotional ones.
It does.
Though. There's quite a lot, yeah. So it's kind of like, bro.
Sounds like too much, especially since it just released. That many that you just listed, I'm like, I could have seen the game having that many. Yeah. If it's been out for years.
Yeah.
Not it just released with that many. That's crazy.
I have a feeling it's probably because of Amazon, because they didn't really do shit like that with Hitman.
Outfits.
No, they didn't.
Because Amazon has the 007 property.
promotions.
Isn't that right? I think Amazon has the 007. Yeah. And had to give IOI the rights to make the game and everything.
Yeah. Which I will say I'm a little bit worried about the future of the 007 games, because the Amazon Game Studio head or something like that said, I think he said something along the lines of there's a decent chance Amazon Game Studios will be handling the next 007 game.
Instead of IOI.
It won't be as popular.
Yeah,
it won't be as popular.
It won't be.
People will be like,
y'all better make sure that IO's making the sequel. On God, you will not sell as many copies if it's y'all, bro.
I won't buy it.
Nobody trusts y'all, bro.
Do you remember at the end of the game it said James Bond will return, and then they had that one trailer about new content, and they said Bavma will return?
Yeah.
They should have made one where it says Amazon Game Studios will return. And you're like, oh.
No.
To be fair, though, the kind of head came out again recently to clarify that he said that he was saying that the success doesn't necessarily mean that there will be a sequel for IO. And then he said that, but that also isn't us. They were saying that we still have a good relationship with them and everything, though, and we're just letting it have its time in the sun. So it seems like they're trying to say that. It sounds like they're trying to say that it's not necessarily they won't be making the sequel. They're just letting it kind of ride for a while.
Well, I mean,
see what happens.
Sounds like a lot of jargon when it's like just
say it. Just say it.
If you're letting it ride in the sun, then just do that. Don't say that. Yeah. If you say that, people start getting worried.
Yeah.
They go, what do you
I'm
mean?
not worried. It's just straight up. If Amazon has anything to do with the next one, I won't buy it.
You mean as the developers? Because they were the publishers.
I won't buy it.
Because IOI was the developer.
Mm-hmm. I understand, and I'm saying I won't buy it.
Okay.
I'm not even sure fully of how much they've helped publishing too, though, because the main reason Amazon got involved is actually because the reason IO started to work on 007 before they had the Hitman property, or the 007 property.
Before Amazon?
Yeah, and then halfway through development of 007, Amazon got the rights. So they kind of threw their name on it. They didn't even necessarily really help a lot.
That sounds like ripping the rug out from underneath them.
Especially if the next one they go, we'll be the developers.
Yeah.
We're throwing IOI out.
Yeah.
Then it's okay.
But like I said, I will say it sounded like the head kind of tried to come out and be like, we're not trying to say that necessarily we're making the sequel.
It sounds like he's just telling people to chill.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
in a lot of business jargon, just basically saying,
Amazon
chill, guys.
needs to stay in their lane.
Facts. This is facts.
That's all I can say about it.
It's also sold really well, so y'all would be pretty stupid to not give it to IO for the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Well, I personally think that's pretty... It sounds pretty underhanded to rip the rug out from under somebody like that after they've been working on a project in the first place.
Yeah. True.
I think that's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Are we ready for a story?
Yeah, well, I've been ready.
Me too.
Yeah, let's get into story.
All right, this was a James Bond origin story.
Cinema.
Which I don't think we've had an origin story, at least in the movies.
Yeah, I don't think we ever have.
Ever, I don't think.
Yeah, because this
Maybe I'm wrong. But...
Yeah, because this one starts before he even has the number. He's not even a secret agent yet.
Yeah.
He's not even with MI6 yet.
This is when he gets the number.
Yep.
He joins MI6, but he doesn't even get the number till like the very end.
Yep.
Literally, yeah.
So literally an origin story.
The tagline was not lying. You literally earned the number.
Yeah.
Earned the number. Yeah, the tagline.
I actually love the tagline because it's like, yeah, that is actually literally what you do in the game.
I did put here, it had a really good intro. Like how all James Bond movies have awesome intros where like, you know, it's showing a montage of all kinds of trippy visuals and stuff, and it has amazing music.
Oh yeah, it was.
That part was so good.
Yeah.
And it was right after he infiltrated that base with all the like terrorists or whatever they were.
Yeah.
And was it Moneypenny that was talking to him?
Yes.
She was like, "Why are you doing this? Stop this! You're gonna get yourself killed."
Yeah,
and
he's like, "It's
he's like,
there's
a
99.9% chance you die."
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, there's innocent people here, and I need to save them."
Yeah.
And you're literally like, bro is in the military, and not only that, when they got attacked, and he's talking to Moneypenny and stuff, he even says he was in training for the military. Mm-hmm. And yet he's going up against an entire terrorist group that took over a whole base just to save some innocent people.
Yep.
And you're like, instantly, you're like, I love this James Bond.
Yeah, like, I love
He's
this
an
guy.
amazing person.
Yep.
He's risking his life on a 99.5% chance he'll die to save, I think it was like 10 people.
Yeah.
In total, probably.
Oh, yeah.
And also try to save some intel, I think. But in his mind, I think the intel was second. Yeah. He seemed way more concerned with the people. Yeah. Which I thought was so cool. Yeah. And then he blows up the base.
Yeah, that's
the base literally explodes because they were pointing a gun at him, and he was like, "I press this button, everything blows up." And then he
and the guy said you wouldn't, and I was like, "Oh yes,
and
I
then
would."
I'm like,
presses
dude,
the
it's
button,
a bomb, bro.
and then it blows up.
That,
bro, he presses the button and it blows up, and then they look back and they're just like, "Oh shit!"
Yep.
Oh shit! He actually did it.
Oh shit!
That was so cool, and that
awesome.
that explosion immediately goes into like the trippy visuals and the music.
Yeah,
it's
but
so
but I love as well how much they characterize Bond and how much they also show his character growth throughout the story. Just like how even in that first sequence, this is his first like big mission basically, and literally he kills his first person ever.
Yep.
In that mission, and you can tell that it like fucked with him immediately because he's just kind of sitting there like, oh my god, I just shot someone.
It also shows how much he doesn't follow the rules.
Yep.
Which I loved.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yep.
Yep. I love it.
I wanted to get into pretty quickly after that, he joins MI6 and he goes into training, and he becomes friends with Cressida and Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Cinema.
And I got something to say about them.
Yeah.
I don't think they were interesting.
Whoa!
I loved him.
Yeah, out of the two,
his death hurt my soul.
It hurt me too. I was very upset.
Out of the two of them, Monroe was more interesting than Cressida.
Well, they didn't show her as much as they did Monroe.
Yeah,
they were really focusing in on Monroe and James's friendship.
And their relationship.
Yeah, but I also like that James was like the cool-headed guy, and he was kind of like a meathead that gets angry kind of fast.
Yep.
And they
complemented each other
went from kind of being rivals to just being friends.
Yep.
Best friends.
I enjoyed that. I just didn't think Monroe himself as an individual was super interesting.
I did.
Like when they come out of the club,
they
had a mission. He's like, I want to go back in for drinks, guys! And I'm just sitting there like, bruh, shut up. Just shut up, bruh.
Wow. So bro likes to party, like, bruh. Also, I could think it was pretty clear he was making a joke. Like, didn't they come out of the bar after beating a bunch of people up or something?
Yeah. Well,
like, come on, bro.
Hitman has a much better bar level, just saying. That club level. It's kind of a club bar.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucked in 007. I literally went through the whole training sequence, and I was like, when is the game going to start? And I'm going to start having fun. Because right now it's mainly...
Damn.
No, it's because it was mainly only going, here's the start of thing. Okay, listen. I actually was having fun right when the game started, and you had to save those, 10 people at the beginning from the terrorists. I was like, this is an amazing start. I love this. Because I felt like I was put in the action immediately. But then we have to go and do all these training missions, and I was like, now I'm bored. And then following the training missions, they're like, now walk around your apartment. Okay, cool.
You're making me sad again.
And then after that, they go, now walk around a nightclub and listen to people talk.
Bruh.
And then also fight a guy because he's jealous that he could take his girl, that James could take his girl.
Bruh. Yeah, that's the fun part.
There's nothing left to say about it.
I was literally like, all of this could have been a giant cinematic.
Oh my god. Then he would have been... He would have been complaining because I had to watch a movie.
Yeah, I had to watch 20 minutes of cutscenes before I could play.
I watched a movie.
I literally watched a movie before I could even literally move my character.
No, I wouldn't have.
Yes, you would have.
This bitch is nitpicky.
The reason is because
because he wants to get in the game, run through it as fast as he possibly can, and be done.
True.
That is.
Not true,
I
am literally
playing
Hitman challenges right now, and I'm going slow, and I'm getting challenges done.
Did he not
wait
a minute? Did he not start doing this until after we got on his butt and told him to stop running through him so fast?
Yeah, true.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
You did not go back and start playing Hitman. Oh, don't crack a smile right now.
Bruh.
Until we told you, stop running through them so fast. Take in the story. Listen to what's going on. Take your time.
I did.
Do the extras and the bonuses.
I did.
You don't.
With 007, with 007, I didn't care to because I felt like the game wasn't...
He never cares to, and that's what we got on him about. I felt
like with 007, it was more like they were kind of trying to do a 007 movie and turn it into a game. So the set pieces, gameplay-wise, the set pieces were literally the best parts of the game. Because I was like... Oh, so when he's in a shootout or when he's like trying to go through like a hotel and find his way through and get security cards and to get through past guards and stuff, I was like, this feels like I'm actually in the movie. Kind of like when you play South Park Stick of Truth. That whole game makes you feel like you're actually in South Park the whole time.
Facts.
In 007, the parts when I didn't really feel like I was in a 007 movie was whenever I felt like I was getting tutorialized. And like that part when you have to go through the sequences of like practicing to become an MI6 agent and stuff and like capture the flag basically, I was getting tutorialized, and I'm like, I would have preferred if this was a cinematic that was just a montage of them practicing. Because for me, when I start getting tutorialized, it puts me out of feeling like immersed in the movie turned into a game thing. Right. Then I start being like, could have been a montage.
Okay.
I didn't mind it.
I didn't either.
Plus, it was fun anyways. It's
especially,
like, even if it's a tutorial, the gameplay is still fun.
Especially the last part where they decided to capture the flag before Capture the Flag Day.
Yep.
That part was good.
That part was good. I wanted the part to be a montage up until that. And then be like, we're going to get the flag at night. That's the part I wanted.
But then you would have been like, bro, I'm so bogged down by tutorials because they started to steal the flag section, and then they gave me a bunch of tutorials throughout the whole thing.
You'd be sitting here saying, I felt like I was watching a movie. That's what you'd be sitting here saying.
Facts.
But I was getting tutorialized at the night part because they tutorialize you on how to bluff and lure and things like that.
Barely. That's like it, though. That's like all they do, and then you have freedom like immediately almost.
Right.
Yeah.
It's literally
I'm just saying that night when they try to get the flag before the next day, that was the part that I wanted to play. The other parts I was like, let's move it along.
Bruh.
Let's get to the good part.
Anyways, we need to keep talking about story. Bruh.
Yeah.
This is all
we're getting
good.
sidetracked. Yeah,
this is all good. It's good.
Yes,
Shush, shush, shush.
yes, I know, but we're
Monroe and Cressida.
We're running.
Monroe and Cressida were basically like boring average.
Go far.
Boring/average, in my opinion, as characters.
You already
Disagree.
said this.
Especially
I wouldn't say
Cressida.
they were the best characters, but I would disagree. I think they were good characters.
I disagree as well.
The only thing that I enjoy about them existing in the story is that I also have right next to this that Greenway and Webb completely stole the show. They were the best parts of the whole story.
Yeah, Greenway.
Webb and Greenway.
And Damien. Damien was really
I
interesting.
didn't like Damien.
And the twins, honestly. I like the twins a lot.
I didn't like
Honestly,
Damien, and I didn't like the twins.
I didn't like them, but they did a good. It was
They were interesting and
no.
fun.
I did not like them as villains. I didn't think they were fun. I didn't think they were interesting.
I thought they were. I especially loved the designs of all of them, though. The twins had such a great design.
They did.
Damien, I loved the mask he always wore. That was so cool looking.
I was basically going to say that I like that Cressida and Monroe existed like as James' friends, which one dies and one is paralyzed from the waist down. So she can't be an agent anymore, Cressida. And Monroe's dead. And that would give a lot of people incentive to change who they are. Because they're like, oh, one of my friends died and the other one's paralyzed. And it's all because of the job that we all do. And Greenway 009 was his friend. And he thought that his friend had betrayed him, and that changed him. And so the whole story kind of revolves mostly around not letting the job change you. That's like the main point of the whole story. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah.
So Cressida and Monroe, I might have not found them super interesting as people, but I thought they served a really good purpose in the story.
Valid.
And they were at least likable enough to where they did serve that purpose pretty well.
Yeah. I think
Greenway... Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think it that also ties into how I love how throughout the story they also highlighted that in this job you will have to make hard choices and people will go against you that you feel like are your friend because that's this business. Like for example when they figured out about Nicholas Webb and then Green was talking to Bond and he was like, that's the world you live in now.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, oh, this is cinema.
When Webb was talking to
when
Greenway
was when he told you to come lean on the edge and talk to him on the railing
when you
were infiltrating.
Right. Yeah.
And then he tells you that's the world you live in now. When Bond was like,
what was his AI thing called again? Thea.
Yeah.
I loved that too, and also I was kind of a commentary on AI itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
I thought it was so funny that AI in real life, it's really good at getting things right, but there's also quite a decent, moderately sized margin for error where it gets things wrong.
Especially depending on what AI.
Yeah, depending on what AI.
I feel like I've noticed in Google AI, I feel like is like wrong most of the time. Like a lot of the time.
Yeah, on Pocopia, I literally just recently was like Google AI. I typing into Google, which Pokemon have these same likes, so that I can kind of group them together in the same home.
Yeah.
And then it said like Larvitar, Pupitar, and Garchomp or something.
Yeah.
Have the same likes as Onix, which is the one I was asking. And then I look at them in game in the Pokedex, and I'm like, "You're wrong. What are you talking about? They have very different likes than Onix.
Bruh.
All three of them."
Yep.
I was like, "Why are you telling this?" And that was Google AI.
That's what I'm saying. I've learned to not trust Google AI. Guys, if you're looking up info on Google, do not trust Google AI. It will most likely give you incorrect info.
The only thing that all of them had in common was that they liked stone. And I was asking Google AI which ones have all of the same likes.
Yeah.
And they have Pokemon in that game have like 6 likes. Yeah. So Google AI only got 1 correct out of 6.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yep.
So anyway,
yeah,
Thea,
anyways.
That's kind of a good segue into Thea.
Yeah,
Thea basically is an AI that
Google
also...
AI.
Thea is Google AI. Thea basically gets things wrong, but it's giving intel to MI6 where they have targets that they need to take in alive or dead.
Yep. Its intel is costing lives.
Yeah, Thea's meant to give MI6 intel, and it's getting intel incorrect. Mm-hmm. And Webb, being its creator, is like, they won't fund it and allow me to perfect it unless I make what it's saying right now correct. Yep. So then he manufactures fake things. He manipulates the current state of things to make whatever Thea said true.
His son. He sends his son to do all the dirty.
Yeah, he sends his son to fix it all.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
That's the
whole story. Webb.
Damien.
Yeah.
Well, Webb make sure that it's going to become true. I think because I don't think Damien's the smart one of the two.
Yeah.
Webb will be like, how do we make this true? Mm-hmm. And then if it's a mission where people have to die, I think it was Afghanistan. He had to send Damien to Afghanistan to kill a bunch of people.
He did.
So he did that, and then it made whatever Thea said true.
Or he'll send Damien somewhere to frame somebody because Thea said they did it, even if they didn't. They get framed.
Yep. Which is what they did to
Damien,
009.
Yeah, they did that to 009.
Here's the thing about Damien. I liked Damien as a vehicle for him becoming 007. But I did not like Damien just as an individual villain.
Yeah.
I did. I thought Damien was very evil.
Really interesting too, though, because he still felt like a person, even though he was evil.
Yeah.
It was it felt like he was
he was evil,
just an unfeeling person that doesn't really care about other people.
I felt like he was evil because he had major daddy issues.
He also had massive daddy issues.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, and that's what made him such an interesting villain, especially since you understood. You were like, yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Your dad uses you to cover up all his crimes, basically.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if we think of all of 007's villains, because I honestly, this is something I wrote in here. Webb is not James' villain. Webb is Greenway's villain.
Facts.
Because all of them, Greenway is a number already. Mm-hmm. He's not just an MI6 agent.
Correct.
Yeah.
And James is currently not a number.
Correct.
So I was like, Damien is more his villain because Damien's not the one in charge. Mm-hmm. Just how James is technically not the one in charge either.
Correct.
And Greenway is currently the number, so the one in charge, Webb, would be his villain. Mm-hmm. And I think that fits so well. And for the origin story of James becoming a number. Mm-hmm. So perfectly, because I was like, Damien could be his first rival on his way to earning the number.
Yeah.
And Damien serves his purpose kind of in the way that Cressida and Monroe did for the story, but they're not the craziest, coolest characters in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Webb was a really good villain.
Yeah.
Because he had to be. He was a villain for a number. He wasn't just a villain for an agent. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Webb was actually good.
Yeah.
I feel like Webb might even be pretty far up there on my favorite 007 villains. Which is funny because he's not a James villain.
Yeah.
He's a Greenway villain.
Yeah, but he is a villain in a 007 movie.
Yeah. Movie?
So I see. Yeah. Yeah, movie. Story.
But I thought it was so sad that, and I was like, if you think about a number villain, one of the numbers in MI6, one of their villains, Webb is an insane villain because this dude is trying to make his AI correct on things and goes so far as to completely ruin Greenway's life, kill a bunch of other people, ruin 009's life.
Yeah.
And also Greenway and 009's other friends that were also numbers, their lives, because there were multiple of them that were looked at as traitors, not just 009.
Oh, yeah.
And most of them were killed. And then 009 was eventually killed, but he was killed much later. But he
left the trail of evidence behind.
Yeah. Yeah, 009 knew he was being framed because, if you're being framed,
it's
obvious.
Who, and all that.
So he left a paper trail of evidence, basically. Mm-hmm. And he was the one number out of... Because they made it to where a bunch of numbers were traitors in that specific incident.
Yeah.
All of them were dead except 009, who was doing really well at evading getting killed for, like, many years. What was it, like a decade or two?
Wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It was just that 009 was set up as a traitor, and then they disbanded the program because of that. I didn't think they killed all the other 00s. I thought it was just now we're just... No,
MI6 has been trying to look for all the 00s and kill all of them, and it literally showed a file. It showed a file when you get all this revealed to you in that like lab with all the generators before Webb walks out. It showed a file of all of the traitors and how they're all dead, and the very last one that pops up that's in front of all the other dead ones is 009 dead at the desert where the pirates were. Okay. Where you found his body.
Yeah.
So they were making a bunch of numbers traitors and killing a bunch of them. Okay. Because since they were all traitors, MI6 was going after them to kill them.
Yeah.
And MI6, that was part of the game, is you and Greenway were trying to find 009 to kill him. Mm-hmm. And then you find him already dead.
But you also find the trail of evidence, too, along the way.
And that's why James starts pushing Greenway and saying... I think that something else is going on here, and Greenway is like, leave it alone, leave it alone.
Yep. He's like, as if 009 was a bastard.
And that used to be like his best friend.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Thea is Webb is now...
How emotional Greenway was.
Yeah,
oh my Lord.
That was so good.
The performance was crazy good.
Cinema. The reveal. That fucking...
I know, I was like right against the screen going, no.
You mean when Webb was revealing everything about Thea?
Yeah. That
when
009
Greenway's
didn't
talking about
him.
all the tears in his eyes.
Oh,
and I was like,
when he starts crashing out on Webb after being silent for a while.
Yeah.
He starts being like, fuck you, bitch, basically.
And then Greenway said something through the glass to Webb. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just change people like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Webb goes, I changed you.
Yeah, I said, I can do that.
I changed you, Greenway, or something.
He says,
and I was watching Mom play that part, and Mom literally audibly went, fuck you.
Yeah.
I was emotionally invested.
I was literally like, yes, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, screw you, dude.
Oh. That's what I'm saying.
I hated Webb.
That was so
I hated him in the way that you're supposed to hate a villain.
Yep.
Where I was like, he's such a good villain, dude.
Yep.
I understood, and I love that you could understand where Webb was coming from and why he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
But it was so evil that you were like, I still hate you.
Yep.
I hate you no matter if I can understand it.
Yep. Not only do I hate you, but it's also just not necessary.
Yeah, seeing Greenway hurt so bad really, really, really ate at me.
And what happened was all of his friends were killed by him and his coworkers.
Yes.
Yep.
And they were still trying to track down the very last one, 009,
which was
his best friend.
Best friend,
Yep.
And he was a part of killing all the other ones, which were also his friends.
Yeah.
And this entire situation was breaking him up in his mental state so bad that he couldn't continue his marriage. His wife literally left him because she couldn't handle him anymore because he was too depressed.
He lost everything.
So he lost his love, he lost his friends and his best friend. He lost literally everything.
And even his fucking job.
For lies.
Because a guy wanted his AI machine to be correct.
Webb.
Yeah.
Because a guy wanted his machine to be right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro, that's insane.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, he's such a good scumbag, though. You're like, oh, you're such a piece of shit, bro.
And and I love that the first time you see Webb is at the funeral for Monroe, and he goes, "What you've done has been awesome, dude."
Yeah.
To James, and James is like, "Oh, thanks. Aren't you like the big tech guy?"
Yep.
And stuff like that, and you're just like, "Holy shit!" We're even getting like this huge money mogul tech guy at Monroe's funeral that just seems like that's all he is.
Yep.
Being like, nice job, bro. I know about your efforts in like MI6 and stuff. I think you're sick.
Yeah, literally.
And you're like, wow, thank you in your brain. But then later you're like, oh my god, he's such a scumbag.
Literally, it's so.
I thought you were cool the first moment I met you.
I wasn't like that when I met him at the funeral. I felt weird about him. I was like,
I actually thought he was just
when he was saying that stuff to me at the funeral. I was literally sitting there feeling like, I don't know about you.
Yeah, one line that I caught on to after the fact, at the funeral, he said, "You are very exceptional. That's extremely rare in humans." And he's backing an AI machine.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is such perfect dialogue.
Yeah.
Because it's showing that he thinks humans are not exponential. What was I saying?
Exceptional.
Exceptional, sorry. He's saying that humans are not exceptional.
Yeah.
Without saying anything about machines, but then when you find out how much he loves Thea and he's backing her and making everything that she says correct, then you're literally like,
exceptional. He
thinks machines are exceptional and humans are not.
Yep.
And he even says in his villain speech when you find everything out, he's like, humans are so okay with human error, but the minute a machine has an error, shut it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally. And I'm like, this guy is, oh my god, his dialogue is perfect.
Yep. And I love how just a lot of the characters, including him specifically, especially, are so human too, though. Because not only all of that, but also the fact that, like, you can tell that he actually did like Bond when he first met him. And literally Greenway himself says that. He was like, he liked you, Bond, when you're having that conversation. And then he's like, why'd he betray us then? And then he's like, that's the world you live in.
Yeah.
Now. And you're like, oh, that's so good characterization. Like, that the villain liked Bond when he first met him.
Yeah.
And, man, Greenway saving you from Damien, and then you both get in that construction truck thing, and he stays behind and gets shot.
Yeah.
That killed me.
And then
you
sit with
them. Sat together.
Yeah. Oh my god, cinema.
And then
but also I'm gonna cry.
Bro, it's making my eyes water right now.
Yeah.
Greenway's final words to James was, "Don't let it change you."
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro,
like, oh my god.
And you're like,
that
because
sums
he
up
knows
his entire story.
That sums up his entire story and his entire life.
Yep.
Because he was like, Thea changed everything for him.
Yep.
And it was all fake.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't worth changing for.
Yep.
It's peak.
It's cinema.
Peak.
Cinema.
And this is a story where he's not even 007 yet. He's just James.
Yep.
Bro.
Yep.
That's why I'm
and
like, this is
too,
really...
And I'm assuming possibly mocap of their acting, because, like, oh my god, like, also facial expressions and everything, and, like...
That Greenway.
Like, what...
Oof.
Yeah, and Bond,
Bro.
especially when Greenway died and you realized Greenway died, you're like, oh my god, this is destroying Bond, bro.
Wasn't he,
he was literally crying.
Wasn't he, like, asking Greenway something, and then he realized that he's, like, kneeling over and he's not responding?
Yeah, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it was
and then he just kind of, like, looks around and tears start forming in his eyes, and you're like, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
That scene was so perfect.
That was so good, yeah. Oh my god. This story is so good.
Yeah. The story is cinema.
So fucking good. fucking story. They knocked it out of the park, and this is before he even had the number. That's crazy.
I put in here as a joke, part of the story is unironically a robot taking the job of secret intelligence away from humans.
Facts.
That is unironically part of the story.
That's literally what we covered.
And it's kind of funny, too. I also really loved the idea. I don't know if you guys thought about this. It's just maybe it's weird and nerdy in my head, but his name is Webb with 2 B's, kind of going with, like, the internet web.
Oh, yeah.
Like, tech. But I was thinking it's also kind of a double meaning for, like, a web of lies. Because he's creating so many lies to make the AI correct.
That's actually really cool. Yeah, I feel like you're right. That's sick. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was called Operation Nightfall. The one where Thea made all kinds of lies and a bunch of agents were looked at as traitors.
Yep. Which also, I'll just say really quick, I fucking love the mission titles. They're all banger titles.
They were all good.
You're like, oh, all these titles feel very Bond, too.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention. This also brought me very close to crying, too. After Greenway's death, and you talked to Q, and he said when he met you, that was the first light we've seen in him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
Not only title drop.
That was an insane title
Yeah,
drop.
I was like, this was the perfect title drop.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, oh god, the title just took a double meaning. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't just a title drop. It meant like a lot in the dialogue.
I know. I was
and in
also
Greenway's
like,
life.
I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. I'm like, dude, it's so
Dude,
hard.
Q over here making me want to cry again when he said that.
Literally. Yeah, that was cinema.
I don't know if there's anything else to say as far as I know about Greenway and Webb. But, yeah, I was going to talk a little bit about Damien and the twins. I just personally didn't like them. I think Damien is considerably better than the twins, but the twins, I was like, why? They just feel like, who are they? They feel random to me.
I love them. They felt like stone cold blood, stone cold, cold-blooded killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Like, they didn't give a fuck. They were like almost never like had any emotion about anything. Like, they didn't really give a shit. They just were like there to get their job done. They didn't really care.
Yeah.
And they were as sneaky and quiet as you could be as well too, which made them kind of scary. Like, I think what
IOI was maybe trying to do was being like, Webb is employed kind of a Agent 47 type.
I was literally about to
archetype
say, it almost feels like
twins. Because they were literally, when you were trying to follow one through that one level, I think the hotel, I believe.
Yep.
He kept changing into like security guard outfit and then a cook outfit.
Yeah.
And you had to keep trying to find cards and things like that to get past security and stuff.
Yeah.
To follow where he was going. And then when you get to the wine cellar where he's killed Monroe, he's in like a wine cellar guy outfit.
Yeah, like a bartender
and you're
or something like that. Or like
I feel like I'm just fighting Agent 47, and Agent 47 just murked Monroe. That's what it felt like.
I agree, and I think that's sick. Portion, I think it's actually really fun.
That side of the twins, I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
The other side of it was, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like they didn't get any story at all. They just kind of existed within Webb's resources.
I was going to say, I think they just served their purpose as they were meant to be like the kind of secondary villain to the two main villains.
Yeah, I agree.
But they served the purpose of, because they're secondary, they were still supposed to be threatening, so they just were a more straightforward. Like I said, I think that's a really fun play of like I feel like they did just think, what if 47 was the villain? And I was like, that actually makes sense for a Bond game for one of his villains to be like 47. Because 47 he is kind of emotionless in a lot of the stuff he does. He is a bit of a cold-blooded killer.
I was going to say, I feel like the twins, it's weird because I like them more than Damien in terms of set pieces and kind of campiness and silliness and weirdness. But Damien, I like more in terms of being a villain in the story that feels like he's like part of the story.
Yeah.
Like he's not some weird, mysterious guy out of nowhere, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Damien, I just didn't love a lot. I guess, like I said, I think he just kind of served his purpose as, like, James' first villain to earn his number.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like... I feel like it's because they didn't do anything that made me... They tried to do, like, a torture scene. I think 2 torture scenes with Damien. And then they tried to do a... oh, no, he's going to kill Moneypenny moment.
Oh, yeah.
I think he literally stabs her, and then Q has to, stay with her.
Yeah, he does. And then you go after him, and
those moments were kind of meant to be like the you're supposed to hate him moments, and in my mind, it was just like felt kind of like generic psycho that's just like, I'm gonna stab her. Oops, I stabbed her. You know what I mean? It just didn't feel interesting. Like Webb was interesting to the maximum, Damien felt like just an unhinged psycho. That's like, I have a knife, I'm gonna stab her.
I was gonna say
Damien had a huge backstory, and I think they touched on it really well.
I think that what explains that, Rob, though, is that at that point Nicholas Webb is now dead. So I feel like at that point he feels like he has no purpose other than now to kill Bond. That's his only goal. And so him getting Moneypenny down there and everything and doing all this stuff was literally just to get to Bond. So then he stabs Moneypenny and throws her to aggravate Bond so he can, chase him.
Right.
And then they can fight, have their final fight.
Well, here's a good example of what I mean. I thought it was weird when you defeat Damien the first time, and he, falls onto that, metal scaffolding thing.
Yeah.
And he just starts, maniacally laughing like Joker or something. At something, some sort of punchline that James made. He laughs at a punchline that James made. Maniacally, he's psychotic. And I was literally
he was psychotic.
I know he was psychotic, but I was sitting over here are you trying to cosplay as Joker? What's going on?
No, I liked it.
I did honestly. Too.
And I think
I didn't even think about Joker when I was dealing with Damien. I thought about Damien.
Yeah, I was like, this man's fucking crazy, but not in that way. Yeah.
But you also knew why.
Yep. Facts.
It wasn't just, he's psycho.
Yeah.
You got his backstory.
Not only that, but that part's extra fun because of the punchline. I don't remember what it was, but he says something about how he thought he got the punchline or whatever, and then Bond gives him another punchline and then kicks all those steel pipes onto him.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the punchline was.
I think that
but it was actually a good one. I was like, hey, that was classic Bond.
I think that the only other thing that I want to talk about story, as far as I know, because I don't think I'm missing anything else, is Isola.
Okay.
I actually liked her a lot. I was literally like, holy shit, she's literally like Spider-Man's Black Cat, but for James, where she actually does like James romantically, but she also has a job to do. So sometimes she sort of uses him to get the job done.
Well, not only that, but by the end, though, it kind of reveals that, she's been lying to him about, everything, basically.
Yeah, everything, and she wants the AI brain or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The actual core of Thea.
Yeah. But I do agree with you. I think you still get the vibe that Isola does care about Bond.
Yeah, she could have. She could have.
Yeah, all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Well, she had... When she went underwater, she grabbed the core to Thea.
Yeah.
And James was going to drown. And she put the core on the ground above water, and then she went back under to save James.
That,
she could have just left him to die if she didn't care.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. I remember that now. Which I think is really, really interesting. Especially since, that's another character where I'm like, she could make for a really, really interesting villain if she ends up, maybe she is going to end up being kind of a villain.
I think she'll make an entrance again at some point in the future.
I think she definitely will. I don't know if they're going to try and turn her more into a hero or a villain, because I can see both.
I think that she is going to be more on the side she kind of was in this game, where it's I care about you, James, but I have a job to do. But then eventually, when it gets to the turning point of bad guy wins or James wins or maybe James will die, I think she will turn and be like, I love James, so I'm gonna turn sides. I'm gonna switch sides. That's what I think Isola would do, because I think that Isola is falling in love with James.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that.
Even though she has a
feel
job.
like that she is. Yeah.
No,
she's mixing business and pleasure too much.
I agree. I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
And I wanted to mention the boat scene with James and Isola, where she was shaking her stirred.
Yeah. And then it's what does it matter, or something like that.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, it matters.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that was a nice
I
reference.
love this scene so much.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, classy.
But yeah, she got away with the intelligence system for Thea at the end, Isola, and then M made it clear when they were at Greenway's grave.
Yeah.
That they need to go after Isola.
Yep.
And then the credits rolled.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, ooh, that's going to be a real interesting
That was
story.
an amazing ending. I was sitting there ooh, I can't wait to see what happens.
The sequel's going to be peak.
And Amazon may take over and we might never see what happens. Woo!
Don't you do it. Give it back to IO. I swear to God.
I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also am excited for them to possibly use stuff that they didn't use fully in the game yet in more stuff in the future, including possibly a sequel. Like, for example, the car with all the guns on it. With the guns and the missiles.
They're making a tax sim for that.
They are, which I am really
gun.
excited about. I was going to say, also I'm excited for the future of First Light because year one's looking awesome. We're getting, apparently, I think they said story missions in an update. They've only revealed the Bavma one, so there might be more in this year alone, which would be sick. There's that tax sim where you get to use the Valhalla car with all the weapons on the race, the little chase that you do down the hill in the hotel level.
When you were practicing in the sports car,
Yeah. I think they said they're adding a new gadget. They're adding New Game Plus. I think year one's going to be cinema.
I don't know if I would care about New Game Plus in this game in particular more than other games.
What is Game Plus?
New Game Plus.
It means you can carry over all the stuff you unlocked in your first game into your new game.
You play the game again, but you just carry all your unlocks over.
And depending on what they choose, I was gonna say depending on what they choose. I'm assuming this is what they're gonna do. I'm assuming you probably in New Game Plus are able to have Q's Watch, which recharges, and you probably can pick any gadget. And you'll have the 4 slots already.
Okay.
Possibly. I could be wrong.
I would love New Game Plus if you get the infinite missile pen. So then you can go through a mission just shooting missiles.
I mean, that's what that would be. That's what that would be if they give you Q's Watch.
Yeah.
Because then you can just missile pen recharge.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be awesome.
Is that all for year one?
I think there's a few more things, but they're smaller. But yeah. And I think there's stuff they haven't revealed. Like I said, they said there's story missions.
Yeah, that's a little further out.
Yeah, because they said like there's story missions, but they've only revealed the Bavma.
There's
I'm interested in more story.
NVIDIA.
Yeah, story was the best part of the game.
Facts.
NVIDIA. In case you didn't know, you need to go into your NVIDIA program because they are also giving away a free outfit.
Yeah, I know.
So you need to go redeem it.
I know. I do need to do that.
I do know also if you play 007 on your account and then you play Hitman, you get a kind of a gold-ish and white suit for Agent 47 that's kind of supposed to be like a goldish
Bond,
I
got that.
Damn.
James Bond
suit.
It's
nice.
That's cool.
But it's for the bald man instead of the man with hair.
It's for Hitman.
It's for bald man.
Yeah.
I mean 007 is the haired version of Agent 47 that has more rules he has to abide by. Well, Agent 47 shaved his head and he went, no more rules.
Bond has more rules and more Riz.
I don't know about Riz. 47 has Riz.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree.
47 has Riz, but I don't think he has Bond Riz.
I would disagree.
Yeah,
y'all are
47
crazy.
Doesn't go up to the bar and go shaken, not stirred.
Bro is like emotionless. Even when he's talking to people and trying to act like someone else, he's always like very monotone, very like. And then this.
His story is not emotionless.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, I know it is.
The bad guy in the trilogy, he was very emotionless.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just saying that a lot of his stuff, you can tell he's doesn't have a lot of emotion.
I don't
or
agree,
he stuffs it deep down.
I don't agree, but I played all of them, and I know that he fell in love. I don't remember their names, with the one lady who was harboring the younger girl they were looking for.
Absolution.
Yeah, that was Absolution.
That was it.
Yeah.
He showed a lot of emotion and a lot of care and concern there.
I agree.
For the older woman and for the younger girl.
Yeah.
I agree.
Although a little more like a father figure for the younger girl, obviously. But
yeah.
But anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's not emotionless.
Point is, 47 has Riz.
He definitely does.
He's got that bald man,
but he doesn't have Bond Riz. Let's be real.
I mean,
I don't know. Out of the two, I'm not. All right, guys. Robbie lore. I'm a straight man, but if I were gay, I'd be more into 47.
Hell no. As someone who is actually bisexual, Bond, especially like the new one, the young one right now.
Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig Bond.
Daniel Craig. I don't know if I'm as attracted to Daniel Craig.
I think Daniel Craig.
The Bond in the game.
Bond is a very handsome, good-looking guy.
Very hot. Very charismatic.
Person of my age. I would go for Hitman. I would go for
47.
47 would be my guy.
I mean, that's actually fair.
He is also very handsome and very hot.
Yeah.
So.
Which one do you prefer? Bond, James Bond, or do you prefer 47, codename 47?
Bond, James Bond.
I prefer 47.
Me too.
I would be like, ooh,
tell
mysterious.
Us in the comments.
What's your real name?
Tell us in the comments which one you would French kiss.
In the comments below, just all you have to say, don't say I would, blah, blah, blah. All you have to say is 47 or 007.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which one would you give a big old smoochie?
Yeah. Which one would you cheat on your significant other for?
Oh!
No.
Pause.
None.
We do not
the answer would be
cheating.
none.
That's not okay, actually.
Bruh.
Which one would you live with?
Which one would you love?
Marry.
To be their significant other to.
Which one would you marry and be okay with the fact that they're not home for like 6 months because they're on a mission in like Dubai? Killing people or arresting people.
Bond.
That's sexy.
I would prefer 47. I'd be like, I'm waiting for my man to come home for 6 months.
I mean, I would hate the separation, but knowing what he's doing is
it would be it would kind of suck to know he's at some
Sorry.
like resort in Dubai, like fancy luxurious resort, but since it's a top secret mission, he can't bring you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I wanted to go. That sounds like such a nice place.
It sounds so good.
All right, we're gonna wrap up the podcast with 2 ratings. A rating for out of 10 for just game, it as a game, and then a rating for the story.
okay. Go.
Do you mean game overall, gameplay, and story, or do you mean
just as a game?
Just as gameplay, then.
Yes.
And then
story,
and then
separate.
overall.
Yes.
And then overall, Nick's saying a third one for overall.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, go.
All right. Story, I feel like is easier to rate for me. Stories, most likely.
All the yapping. Tell us what your rating is.
No, the yapping affects the gameplay.
Oh.
Okay. Go.
Not the story. It
Go.
improves the story. The story is probably I'm between a 9 and a 10 right now.
Okay.
I have to think about it for a second. Does anyone else have a number yet?
10. Easy 10. Easy 10. Easy 10.
I would give it a 10.
Man,
it's cinema.
Yeah, I think I would give it a 10 because I'm trying to think of anything that would knock it down to a 9, and I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Story-wise. Gameplay-wise, my rating's going to be lower.
Go ahead, tell us.
This one's tough. Because I don't think it's a bad game, literally by any means. I just have issues with it. In fact, I think it's an awesome game. It's a really good game.
Mm.
I think a 7. I think a 7 out of 10 it feels comfortable for me. That feels like the right number. A 007 out of 10.
Bruh. No way. Well, I'm giving it a 0010 out of 10.
I wonder what Nick's overall will be.
I'd give it a 9.
Oh.
So what was that? Story was 10 for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay was 7, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So overall, just as an entire experience. This is the one Nick wanted us to do.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your overall, Nick?
5 out of 10.
A 005 out of 10. Oh,
just kidding. 10 out of 10.
Wait, real quick. Did we know what Greenway's actual number was? Because he was a number.
They probably gave it, but I don't remember.
Because his best friend was 009.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do know.
I thought one of you.
I do know. Random factoid. Another small thing that's really cool in the game. When you go into Q's lab, when you break in near the end, and then you have to go into that one room and you get locked in by the security system, and you have to like find a way to override it.
Can you use the couch?
The couch that he goes into.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
I love that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You're in the vent and you're like, oh no, a guard is coming in in the room
shit.
where Q is, and then Q just like
rolls into the couch,
and the cushion's like open and
it
like slides like into
really
some
cool.
sort of. It's like
a
vent or something that's under the.
You can't. I don't think you can use the couch, so I didn't.
No, yeah, you can't.
I thought you were gonna say that.
No. What I was gonna say is it's really cool because in that lab area, if you find the code for a little locked container, you can open it, and then when you open it, you can find a collectible in there, and it's a photo of Q and 009.
Aww. Q? Not Greenway?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's really cool and interesting.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I like that they're kind of showing that it affected Q as well, even though the focus was more on Greenway.
Q is a sweet, emotional guy from the very beginning.
Q seems to be close to like all the agents of numbers. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What's your overall rating?
Nick goes first.
He did.
I did, yeah. It's a 10 out of 10, bro.
Yeah, obvious. Because you rated the other two.
It's so obvious. Yeah, I thought about gameplay with a 9 because of my little gripes, but I was like, I just love the game.
You're like, my little gripes just
don't matter. It's too peak.
My gameplay was a 7. My story was a 10. So in my mind, I feel like the overall would probably go from the 7, and then the story would make it better. Is the way I'm thinking about it. So maybe an 8. The overall would be an 8 out of 10.
Mine would be a 9.5.
Okay. 10, 9.5, and 8. That makes this game makes this game between a great and a masterpiece, which means overall we recommend it.
Oh yeah.
Facts. It is
Definitely.
a masterpiece.
The Hot Pop podcast recommends.
If you at all love Uncharted 4, this is a high recommend. You have to play this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel like if you took Hitman and Uncharted 4 and they had a baby.
Facts.
To where there's less freedom than there is in Hitman, but there's a lot more fun action.
Yeah.
Set piece type shit. Things like in Uncharted.
Oh yeah. So. Big facts.
Okay.
Okay. Now we gotta say our goodbyes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And cut.